All right. Greetings, viewers, and welcome to Tales of Winternacht and Tale of Cybil's Spear, Book 2, Chapter 15. Actual play D&D 5e game. I'm Silver. As always, I'll be your storyteller this evening, and with me are our players, all of them for the first time in a little bit. Ernie, Dustin, Jeff, Saga, Conrad, and AJ. For those of you tuning in for the first time, or if you've missed a session, I'd like to encourage you to check out our previous sessions, which you can find on YouTube. Also like to direct you to our Discord server to join our community and interact with us. Links to both of these can be found in the About section of the Twitch channel. Before we begin, I always like to thank Smiteworks for Fantasy Grounds, our virtual tabletop of choice, Sirenscape for our amazing ambiance, sound effects, and music. Getting a little bit of that music now. Discord for our voice and video, and Wizards of the Coast for Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition. The game we play, Tales of Winternacht, is not an official representative of any of these companies, and the views and statements made during our game do not in any way represent those of these companies. All right, that all out of the way. Previously on the Tale of Cybil's Spear. Woohoo! Way to go, Conrad, for the step. Cybil's Spear, comprised of Alfred, Kiesel, Salinas, Xedre, and Jofridir, formed through the tragedy of a shipwreck half a year ago. After many misadventures around the world of Winternacht, they recently found themselves in Ashmain, the hometown of their resident druid Xedre. While investigating the ash rot plague that had taken root in the poorer districts of the city, they befriended a captivating bartificer named Percy, and eventually determined that the only treatment for the plague was made from the rare Atana berry, which grows only in the swamps of the village of Swornsteed to the north. They ventured to Swornsteed, and on the road met a catfolk named Desi, who escorted them into the village and told them about the tragedies that had befallen the village. He expressed that eliminating sea creatures in the bay would help with the village reestablishing trade and likely gain them the support from Minister Hyza, the leader of the village. The party fought valiantly and vanquished the creatures menacing the bay, and were rewarded with an impromptu feast at the lodge. The victory also gained them the audience with Hyza, who arranged for them to acquire Atana berries and wagons to transport them to Ashmain. As Alfred, Jofridir, and Salinas obtained the wagons, Percy, Kiesel, and Xedre visited the grove and made a new friend in Izzy, the one-eyed creature who recently took up residence in the grove. They quickly found that Alfred, along with many others, had also recently become friends with Izzy, and she quickly convinced them to stay with her in the village as they sought to build it into a paradise for others to join. The party reunited and met up at the grove, where Jofridir and Salinas were also introduced to Izzy, but didn't immediately befriend her. Instead, they remained skeptical of the creature and the thrall she seemed to exert over their companions. Izzy encouraged Jofridir and Salinas to head back to Ashmain with the berries, while her new friends took up the cause to rebuild the village. Salinas, protected by his ring of mind shielding, sought to recharge his magical abilities in hopes of breaking whatever magical enchantment he was convinced had taken his friends. Jofridir, suspicious of this new friend, sought to buy time for Salinas by delaying the wagon's departure. Our story resumes as Salinas relaxes in his lodge room, attempting to recharge his magical abilities, and Jofridir attempts to keep the wagons from leaving, all while Xedre attempts to figure out why these two don't want to be friends with his new BFF. Here in Swornsteed, it is midday on the 10th day of Fadermun, 296 AF. And we'll start off back with Jofridir and Xedre, off with the wagons, just to kind of remind everybody as to where everybody's at. Kiesel, Alfred, and Percy are all attempting to rebuild some pieces of wall out on the west side of town, or southwest side of town. Salinas is at the lodge alone, supposedly packing, or at least that's what he tells everybody on the other side of the door. And Jofridir and Xedre are at the wagons, along with Jofridir's, I guess, wagon companions that will be also driving the rest of the wagons to get them back to Ashmain.
I was gonna say Joe Fridier's fan club.
I don't know if they're fans at this point.
They're kind of annoyed, like, all right, this dude's just like being annoying. Can we just let him move on?
Unwilling
Just wanna
audience.
go.
Ironic fan club.
All right, so Jofridir getting a little bit of pushback from these individuals as they want to just get going, offering for you and Salinas to just catch up, that they're going to get going, get on the road, and wanting to get off onto the trip as soon as possible to avoid any further undue delay on heading out.
Yeah, so I think I was heading back to the tavern to Salinas to check on him and be like, hey,
To-
they're leaving.
Okay. All right. So as you disembark the wagons and the wagons start pulling away, Xedre, as Jofridir goes to head off towards the lodge.
He'll go ahead and like hesitate for a moment and like see Ofridier in the distance, and then he'll go ahead and make the decision to go ahead and catch up and just kind of like wave down Ofridier. Hey, I was hoping maybe I could like walk with you back to the lodge, checking on Salinas and everything.
Yeah, sure. I'm just going to see what the holdup is.
As they're like both walking, Zidju just kind of like kicks rocks a little bit, puffs up some dirt. It's gonna be really awkward whenever both of you decide to leave. Salinas tried to have like a heartfelt moment with me. We just kind of sat next to each other on the docks. We didn't really talk to each other at all. But I feel like, I don't know, maybe you could teach me some like workouts or stuff like that. So something I could remember you by until you come back again.
Yeah, sure, of course. Do you want me to show you right now?
Sure.
So Jofridir is just gonna start going through some basic exercises and stretches with Xedre. Proper push-up form and squats and stuff like that.
Zidju will lunge towards the lodge with Ofridier.
You guys take in your little bit of exercise. Then you hear the voice in your head. Like, if your friends, are they still here? Are they leaving? The wagons left, and they said that they weren't there.
Right. No, I'm with Ofridier right now, and once again Zidri is saying this all out loud. As they're both walking to the lodge. But yeah, Salinas, we're gonna go pick him up right now, and then I just want to see my friends off.
Yeah, that's the plan.
That's fine. You hear both voices at once.
Yeah. Try to separate the two.
You just gotta remember, proper form is the main key thing. If you don't use proper form, you're not gonna be working out properly.
Right. Okay. Maybe we should probably like quicken up the pace a little bit, as we've made very little headway when suddenly Ofridier dropped into push-ups. So she's gonna try to lead us back with haste to the lodge.
Sure, short distance sprints are also a good quick workout.
Okay, and if I run backwards like this, and Zedri's like trying to make eye contact with the Ofridier, but trying to keep like pace going, does this work out like something different or what?
Oh, I suppose it helps with your balance a bit more, because center of balance is a lot different. But you just want to make sure you have a clear path behind you before you decide to do that.
He'll whip around, and then he'll just walk.
Uh, as you guys are making your way, the three of you over there on the wall. How's the construction work going? You two artificers and the fighter in attendance.
We are working, let me tell you. We are working so hard. We
I
have been
figured-
working as hard as you can imagine.
I figured that we had like a quick sketch, like drawn in like the dust and dirt, and now it's just basically Percy and Alfred trying to like, all right, how can we make this the most like mechanically sound?
You know, if you use these beams right here, it'll add a lot more stability, and it won't use as much material.
Well, it's probably good to create like a base structure, so it's just like it's really reinforced.
Right. Maybe we could make it aesthetically pleasing and still stable by using like a whole bunch of triangles because they're quite
Ooh,
rigid, and we can
that's
just have
smart.
like some right side up, some upside down, and create a little variance.
Mm-hmm.
You all can do all the mathematics. I'm just like Kiesel is gathering boulders. I'm just starting on the foundation of whatever we need to. Did they leave yet? That doesn't matter. I don't. They'll. It
Do we see the wagons anywhere?
Give me a perception.
Ooh. Get to roll dice. I'm a dice rolling game.
Oh.
Not at the moment.
Okay. I'm
hope
sure
they
they'll head off soon if they haven't.
I hope it's safe for them. It's honestly kind of odd not going with them.
It feels perfectly normal to me, considering that this is our home now.
I do
Right.
worry about what's out in the marshes.
Not me. I mean,
I want to protect this place, but I still feel like they should be here with us.
I think Izzy would keep them safe. Izzy keeps everybody safe, right?
Well, so long as they stay within in the town. That's why we need to expand the borders of the town so Izzy can keep more people safe.
Those are some large
Percy
rocks,
and your,
Kiesel.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh,
They're very large rocks. You know, I honestly wish Yofred was here to help me, but not that I need the help.
You're quite capable.
I've been more than capable. And as you can see, there are 3 large boulders off to the side.
well, don't work yourself too hard, all right? I know that I know you have a lot of experience moving boulders around, but I don't want you to hurt yourself, you know?
Maybe we do have to protect everybody here. I'm
But
just so
you-
glad that not all of us are leaving. You know, some of us are staying.
Yeah.
I really wish Salinas was around here. I bet Izzy would. I already heard him playing music before, but it would just be so inspiring to have a nice, by the wall and the borders and hearing a fiddle or something. A violin? A fiddle?
I could pull out my lute.
Yeah, but
It's not the same as
no,
Selena's.
no. To be honest, we need more math to be done. So the lute can come.
I can do math with the lute.
Oh, okay.
You
You know,
can do
Percy
math with
and-
the loot.
Go ahead.
You can do
No,
math
you go
with
ahead.
the loot.
You're fine.
I agree. It is kind of it is kind of sad to think that like we won't be adventuring anymore because I've traveled for so much of my life, but it's like this is our home and we need to protect it.
Yeah, part of me doesn't really feel that way. It just feels like all of my purpose is here.
No, I certainly feel like I feel grounded here more than I ever really have. But it's wistful.
Maybe this is what growing up is like. You find something that's worth protecting, and the things that seemed so important yesterday don't seem so important today.
And especially even if it's not your choice. We just found this place, and I never thought in a million years I'd stay here, but it's not leaving.
And it's like in the blink of an eye, we felt like we belonged.
I mean, it's just so welcoming. Everyone here is just so friendly.
And I don't think this place looks like a piece of shit like everyone else thinks. It honestly, just with a little bit of elbow grease, it'll be like the jewel of
Wait, who else thinks
wherever
it
we
looks like a
are.
piece of shit?
I don't know, but I
Probably
feel
Joffrey.
probably Salinas, but somebody I can't remember. But it's very lovely, once you look past the
Destruction, the storm rot.
Kiesel does not finish that sentence. He trails off.
All right. I just said it as a DM because I wasn't catching a very good opportunity to interrupt, but I'll just go ahead and do this in live. So,
Okay.
Percy, you hear in your head. So should I be worried about your friends?
Why would... And she'll answer in her head. Why would you be worried about them?
Well, I mean, Salinas has been at the house or at the lodge for like a really long time. It's like, do you have that many belongings to be packing up that he could be packing that long?
He might... So, I am not as acquainted with Salinas, but I do know that he likes to sleep a lot, so he might have, like, accidentally fallen asleep while packing. I mean, and he's really difficult to wake up. Do you want me to go and try and wake him up?
I think Xedre is going, and he'll probably take care of it.
Okay. But no, I don't think. It's then, Salinas and Joffrey, they're good people. They just want to make sure the shipment gets to Ashmain, and it's like sometimes they get sleepy.
Yeah, about that. Jofridir kind of left the wagons left, and they didn't go with them.
I'm sure there's a good reason for that. Maybe they want to stay now.
I don't know. I mean, I don't want to be suspicious of, my new friends and all, but it just seems a little bit odd that they're taking so long, and they like you guys were really wanting to go help these people, but now nobody's in a hurry to do anything. And you guys are doing such a great job helping out with working on the village and stuff, but like Salinas and Jofridir just seem to be like, I don't know if it's work ethic or what the deal is, but they just seem to not really want to get anything done or like help the people, either here or in Ashmain.
So I have to ask, because this is kind of like one of those moments where it's like, though Percy, she only knows them a little bit. That doesn't sound like them to her. That feels... Is that like one of the things that to her would be like, that's not quite true? How would... It's like that, I mean, it's... we had a really big fight this morning. It's...
I think you'd kind of be in it's kind of the reverse side of where they're at as to they notice that you guys are a little bit odd, and you would be noticing that your friends are being a little bit odd, at least within your frame of reference right now. And why are your friends being a little bit odd and being a little bit possibly suspicious of why or what your friends are doing?
Okay. I mean, that doesn't sound like them. That sounds very weird. Hey, Alfred.
Maybe we should just all gather back up at the Grove and, just try and make another effort at becoming good friends.
What's on your mind?
Maybe it's just that somehow it just got through, the dreamer got through the cracks. I don't know. I'm just worried that something's mind controlling them.
Yeah, that would be terrible. I mean, there's been so many things that have tried to control our minds in the past, and
Exactly. So it could be happening again to them.
it could be.
I don't know. I mean, I feel like if they were being mind controlled, Salinas and Yofridir would. I don't know. Salinas definitely wouldn't be mind controlled. Maybe he's being a dick. Why is he hiding from us? Is Salinas just being a dick about this? Why doesn't he want to be friends with Izzy?
I don't
We
know.
go check on him?
He's, that's really
We should
pissing me
go-
off now.
Well, Izzy recommended we all kind of gather back at the Grove, so why don't we go get them and bring them back to the Grove?
Well, where did Salinas go?
He's at the lodge still,
Oh.
packing or sleeping. I think
did-
he's sleeping.
He, you
Did
know,
Izzy tell you that that I was at the lodge?
Yeah.
Okay.
Salinas is very particular about how he folds his clothes, which is another thing about Salinas that pisses me off. He can't just throw his shit in his suitcase. You know, it's not very utilitarian. He has to even if there's a crease, he's got to unfold his clothes and then refold them back again.
I mean, I can kind of understand that. You don't want wrinkles.
Right,
just-
and I organize all my tools before I head out.
Yeah.
Everything's in its place.
Well, then maybe I'm preaching to the wrong crowd, but it pisses me off at least when I'm ready to go and Salinas is folding his fucking clothes or trying to prestidigitate every piece of, fuzz he sees. I don't know where the fuck Yofridir went, but maybe he's back having a drink waiting for Salinas to get done sleep packing?
I just know you told me he sleeps a lot.
He
He does sleep.
I
a
don't
lot.
know about sleeping a lot.
Well, yeah,
But
you're right.
He sleeps, he's a very heavy sleeper, so maybe he accidentally fell asleep meticulously folding all of his clothes, and now he just can't wake back up. Which I don't know if
That
that pisses...
sounds possible.
That doesn't piss me off any more or less than it does, but it makes it understandable. But I just don't see why I can see him saying, Kiesel, I do not want to be friends with that voice in my head. So, I don't know if I should go in there and kick his ass or wake him up.
That was a really good impression.
Yeah, those are really good.
Have you ever thought about doing some stand-up or taking on some other roles like that?
No, I think beheading and stabbing people is more my MO, but I have been working on my Salinas impression, especially when I get the chance to bathe, which I know isn't often for us.
I think you could be
Why-
a quite good performer.
Why particularly when you bathe? Or is that when you practice?
It's where I feel the most intimate and private with myself, so I have time to allow myself to practice my impressions. I don't have to worry about being judged.
Oh, it's like singing. It's like singing when you bathe as well. It's like
Exactly.
It's the same
Oh,
thing, same principle.
Okay.
Yeah, like Eldritch Blast. It's coming together. But it's not.
The first bit was a little bit better.
And that's why I do it when I'm alone, because I'm afraid of feedback sometimes. So it's a new venture for me.
Feedback only makes us better, which means we need to go to Salinas and Jofridir and give them feedback on how they've been treating Izzy, because it's not been very nice.
No, maybe. Okay, I can.
Feedback can also be a swift kick in the ass.
I can believe that maybe Salinas is more malicious in that, but I feel like Yofrid maybe just wandered off or found a drink or something. You know, I don't feel like he would be intentionally be rude.
That's fair.
I
We
can
should-
be rude, but
We should probably just go find them then.
I guess.
And Xedre. Where's Xedre as well?
Well, don't we still have to finish this wall?
I
Should
mean, we can finish it. We wouldn't be able to finish it all today anyway.
But then what if the things from the marsh come to the town and the wall's not built? Then-
We can fight them off.
No,
Well-
fuck Salinas and Yofrid. We should probably finish the wall first.
Salinas has
Izzy
his
wants us-
guardian out in the base still.
And Izzy wants us in the grove.
Oh, I don't want to upset Izzy. We just made friends with her.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, let's go then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's go get everyone and go to the grove. We'll start walking towards the lodge. We're
Three
like
of you
the-
head off.
Or we
Back
like
towards
arms
the lodge,
together like in
half-
the Wizard
yeah.
of Oz.
If only you had a wizard.
Named Oz.
We're off to see the warlock.
The wonderful warlock.
Salinas.
Aurora.
Close enough.
Aurora.
All right.
Would be
Salinas,
Yeah.
as you have long finished packing and are just sitting there waiting for your magical abilities to recharge, just kind of like waiting. Check. Is it? Are we good?
Just sitting there, seething.
What is that like? What is feeling that come back like? Is that like just like palming your hands together or something like that, or
You get like a tingle.
you just like feel like a fire in your stomach or something?
It's like watching an hourglass slowly tick down, and then if you do anything, someone flips the hourglass back over again, and you have to start over.
So it's like feeling sleepy.
They don't flip it back over. This hand just comes, swats it out the way, and puts a new one.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
How deep in am I?
You
Into your sleep.
feel recharged.
Lovely. This is gonna take it back out his book and real quick write a note to Yofrid. Right, Yofrid, could you now convince Xedre to come see me?
He's gonna. Anytime he like does this, like responding to Salinas or anyone, like he kind of like scrunches his face up a little bit, like he's focusing really hard, and Salinas is gonna hear him. We're almost at the door. We're on our way up.
Well, that is convenient, I guess. Salinas is just going to wait there, just kind of wait in his wait in his room and just kind of wait wait for Xedre to come up here.
Okay. You guys go in, walk upstairs.
Yeah, Xedre doesn't know he's about to be jumped, so.
Yofrid is gonna knock on the door. Salinas, you done patching?
Oh, yes, come in, it should be unlocked.
He's gonna open the door. Let Xedre in first.
Xedre will go in and give a little nod of thanks.
Yofrid there?
Yes.
Sees him?
I think that's a bit harsh of a word, isn't it?
Yeah, Xedre's gonna like back up ever so slightly. What do you mean?
Alright, that might be a little bit unnecessary, but alright.
He's close enough right now, isn't he?
Yeah, probably. Salinas is going to is going to look at you, and his eyes are gonna like glow bright white, like wisps of coming off, and he's going to cast Dispel Magic. That works.
Let's see.
Fourth
And
le-
you
fourth level Dispel
are
Magic.
4th level. Yep.
Level. Let me know if I need to roll. So this is just going to be good enough.
Go ahead and roll.
Ooh. Hey. Do I roll? Is it just
Just a spell check.
spell check?
Yeah. It's just
Or just like a...
yeah, roll an Eldritch Blast in the box or something.
Sure. I'll roll an Eldritch Blast in the box.
Can only imagine
Cedric
that this
takes
is
an
a
Eldritch
literally
Blast.
Eldritch Blast now.
Oh!
Ow.
Baby! That's a nat 20.
That's for a better time.
Cedric's head just explodes.
Finish him.
I could have knocked him out for you. I mean, come on. Talking about a season being extreme.
Let me, because it was a nat 20 on an attack, let me just roll damage so we can clear that in case that happens. And just in case that does come up.
Oh, so it doesn't, pull up a damage later. Yep.
That doesn't pull up a damage later. I'm not actually dealing damage, FYI, to everyone. We just need to clear out that crit.
16
Yes.
psychic damage, Cedric.
Yeah.
Crumples to the ground.
What's a Wilhelm scream when you need it?
Ugh.
Really.
All right. You cast your spell, eyes flaring, looking just intensely at Zedri. Zedri just continues to look back at you like, why are you staring at it? Just kind of like, do you match intensity, or are you taken aback at how intensely he's looking at you?
Taken aback and probably trading glances between Salinas and in my peripherals. Yofridir as well.
Yofer doesn't try to look confused.
Did it work? Are you back? Like, wave my hand in front of his face a little bit.
Back from what?
From your whatever the fuck happened to the rest of you. Made you want to get everything and stay in this burnt out shell, the town.
DM? Yeah, no. Zedri just be like, I'm really sorry. What? You talking about? You were just talking about seizing me just now? We're gonna gloss over that.
Yes, we are. Apparently, because I wasn't going to do anything, to be clear.
Okay. Well, you finished.
So-
Are you finished being packed?
I mean, I suppose. Are you planning on staying here?
Yeah. Wasn't exactly heartfelt what you didn't say whenever we were sitting on the docks. And this is
Yeah,
probably the
I'm-
best plan of action. I wish that y'all two could join us, but if you're just gonna go ahead and go off and deliver the berries, well, that's the next best thing.
I'm gonna start speaking telepathically to Yoferdir now.
Okay.
Yoferdir, that was truly the maximum output of anything my power can do. So if you have any ideas to snap him out of it, now would be the time.
DM. Obviously, an unarmed strike does not do enough damage to knock someone out. But would it be reasonable to say that Yovitor could knock out Xedre in a swing?
Oh, with the surprise round and
Yes.
4 attacks per round.
I mean, if I swung my axe, yeah, obviously I could. But I don't have any action surge left.
DM,
So,
Okay.
good lord.
what are the consequences of gutting Xedre right now? Not trying to knock him out in that context. Just,
Okay.
I mean-
you have proficiency in athletics.
Yeah. I'm pretty good at that too.
I'd say it would be a really hard thing to do, but you could attempt to one punch him.
I mean, I could easily take a
Could-
step and swing at him. I mean, I don't know if Xedre could react fast enough. Just, you
But
know,
could Salinas give
martial
no action to
between
this
martial
in any
versus
way?
caster kind of thing.
Yeah.
You could probably get 2 attacks in with the surprise round.
You just start wailing on
The
him.
question is, does Salinas offer a help at all?
And what do I need
Yeah,
to roll?
I'd be willing to how is Salinas helping? Give me that part. What would you do to help
Salinas-
him pull this off?
Salinas is going to like put his hands on Cedric's shoulders and say, "Cedric, I really just start like really try and like just talk to him, just like bring him in close, like Cedric, really think that I'm not sure this is what you want," and just like try to hold like line him up and like hold it with his shoulders and line him up with Yoferdir.
And you just did this side swipe from Yoferdir.
All right, so Salinas takes you by the shoulder, Cedric.
Whispering sweet nothings.
Reaction.
Are you really sure that this is what you want?
Yeah, Xedre's just gonna say out loud, I don't know, my friends are acting really weird.
No, it feels like you're acting really weird.
And he'll kind of like try to turn over as Salinas has his arms, and he's like, I wasn't talking to you. And so his head will be sideways, I guess, whenever Yoferdir hits him. Crack my neck, why don't you?
The other three, as you guys are making your walk over, each of you hear in your head, I think Xedre might be in trouble. I tried to ask if he was okay, and he didn't answer. All right,
He
you have
didn't
to
answer?
give me a athletics check with advantage. We'll do this a little bit different than an unarmed strike because you're going for a stun, not for damage. So
That's pretty good.
Ooh, baby.
give me D4. Is that unarmed strike damage?
Yeah.
Arm strike
Yeah.
is just your 1 plus the strength modifier.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, that's right. That's right.
So that
So
would be 5.
5. Xedre, he goes and just clocks a little bit inside, right on the jaw. As he doesn't go deep enough, just shy of hitting where he needed to, just inside the temple, and
ooh.
clocks you for 5 bludgeoning damage.
Wow,
A
okay.
26 wasn't enough?
Yeah, Zedri reels. I guess, is Salinas like supporting him to the point where if he's reacting from the hit, he's still being held, or is Salinas immediately let go?
Yeah,
Um,
how much are you holding on to him versus just kind of being there to brace him?
Salinas was trying to hold on a little bit to give a little bit more impact to this strike. But on a 26, I don't think Salinas is strong enough to keep holding on to you with that kind of hit.
So I'd say you stagger to the side and just kind of like instinctively put your hand up and prop yourself up against the wall as you take this blow. And give me a wisdom save.
Okay.
Hey, maybe it actually worked. Can I use
Maybe
my
it didn't.
inspiration to let him re-roll that?
Ooh. A thought.
Yeah?
You guys were asking to call me last week.
Yes, yes, it would have been so helpful. Oh my gosh!
What? Really?
Xedre!
I'm just rolling dice. It's RNG.
Oh, jeez. No, Dad, I hit him again.
Oh my god, I hit him again.
Or you hit one of the other three of us.
Yeah, I mean, y'all are probably going to be on the way here in a second anyway.
Jeez.
I'm the
All
door
right,
just went
Cedric, at this
flying
point in
open.
time, one of your friends has just, who's been acting a little bit strange here lately as to not going along with the wagons, leaving behind, or sticking behind to see what's going on with Salinas, which was somewhat suspect. Not horrible. You know, sticking around for Salinas made sense. But he's now just punched you in the head
Yeah.
without any sort of warning. Are you okay? Followed by, now you're not. And you take a punch to the face.
Yeah, Yokodo would just turn to Salinas. Yep, I'm all out of ideas.
Okay, so does
Um,
Salinas get any sort of sense that even though this one didn't work, continuing to hit Xedre might do something?
It'll
Did I
actually
see any
help.
kind of flicker?
Right,
I've sensed any kind of
the surgery show a sign
that?
of life.
Yeah.
All right, give me an Arcana check.
Sure, I can do that.
Selena.
Y'all are getting some good rolls.
Mm-hmm.
We're on fire
We
tonight.
need to.
So far. Knock on wood. Knock on wood.
I know.
I'd say with a 23, you have enough knowledge as to magical charming that typically you can trigger getting out of a charm by taking physical damage. That being said, you also know that you pumped a hell of a dispel magic 4th level onto this person, and within your knowledge of charm magic, it didn't work. So kind of 50-50. You pick where to go as to, yeah, my knowledge, it's something that we just keep pummeling him. Sometime he's gonna come to, or is it are we just beating up our friend for nothing because it didn't go anywhere? Because you don't know he failed the save, you just know that he is still, well, actually he hasn't really reacted to that part yet. He just took a punch. So
Yeah.
Xedre, now are you feeling better?
I don't understand it. Why did you just punch me? What? Are you? Is this that thing? The hallucinations from that salve? Are you getting some residual effects or something, Yofredia?
Yeah, thinking maybe that could be it.
Once
I'm
again,
feeling a bit strange today.
Telepathically to Yofredir. Right, so if he's being charmed, I would know either hitting him should work or my magic should have worked. And neither of them seem to have. On one hand, I could try dispelling again, but I only have one more of these, and sure to keep punching him is free.
I'll answer that. So should I hit him again?
Now, question.
I mean,
Yoverdir, it was stated earlier that Yoverdir squints or like his eyes whenever he's being talked to telepathically.
Oh.
So is he doing that right now?
Yeah.
so to be clear, you can't respond telepathically right now. So if you
I'm
want to
just thinking
respond
in
to
my
me, you have to
head.
say it out loud.
He doesn't know that.
Yeah, I'm
I
just
can't.
thinking in my
you know-
head. That's it.
So yeah, Salinas,
I
you're
don't know
just not
how it
hearing
works.
anything.
Yeah,
Yoferdir
I
thinks
don't
he's
he just doesn't get a
conversing.
response. So, I mean, Lord, I mean, let's, uh, can I go over and help Xedre up and then like set him up again for Yoverdir?
Oh my god,
I
Xedre,
could do
you're
a
a
red
punching
plus
Alright.
bag.
I think at that point, we probably need to go into some sort of an initiative order between the three of you as you're just treating Zedri as a rag
Sure.
doll that you could just punch on.
How many rounds of combat are we out?
Yeah.
It's a good
We got
question.
the surprise attack, but at this point in time.
Ooh.
Nice.
Ooh.
Nice.
Oh,
Damn.
it's over. It's so over.
Oh my god.
It's so over. It hasn't even begun.
Yeah.
We haven't even started, and it's over.
Thank God.
Yoferdir,
Thank you,
you're the
friends.
top of the order. You took your surprise swing. You've
Oh,
heard a bunch of
cool.
words in your head from Salinas. You think you've conveyed them back.
I'll do a reckless so I can give myself advantage for it.
This
Another
isn't even
athletic, right?
PvP. This is just P on P. You're just assaulting me.
You are our friend, and we will get you back.
Stop resisting.
You are
Another
being
Alright,
athletic,
so-
right?
Please do not resist.
Let's see. Was
This is for
your
your own good.
just roll it as an athletics check again, with advantage.
Oh, there's
Oh,
that
no!
20.
Oh no!
Right as
19.
right before he's trying to like, damn it, sorry, Xedre.
26 wasn't good, but a 27.
That's good.
That is good.
Does that knock
Alright.
him out? Actually,
Zedri, as the swing's coming in, any reaction?
Yeah, Zedri's just gonna go ahead and kind of like look up towards Yoferdir. After being hit in the jaw, he has just like tears on his eyes, and he's like, "Why are you doing this?" Before Yoferdir hits him.
Alright. Okay, just for clarification points, the first attempt was you were trying to knock him out. Are you attempting to knock him out again? Or are you swinging to deal damage this time? You're trying to beat him up, or you're trying to knock him out? Because before you were trying to knock him out. So,
Yeah, I'll still try to knock him out.
all right, with a nat 20, boom, just cold clock him in the side of the head, and Zedri crumples to the ground.
Aww.
over there, I didn't say to kill him.
I don't think he's dead. You can
Well, that's good.
wake him up, right?
Well, I mean,
Oh no.
When do
I didn't leave my rope at the top of my bag, but I think I could dig down far enough to get to it. Does
So you
Edward
can
make
wake
another
him
wisdom
up,
save?
right? Oh, he's knocked out.
He's asleep.
He's sleeping.
Well, what do you want to do with it? Like, what do you want to do with it now?
Well, you said physical damage is free, maybe uncharm him. So, I mean, I guess we need to wake him up, see if it worked.
Do you want?
I don't
do you
know how the
want-
magic works that well. I mean,
do you want to tie him up first?
all that just makes us look even more crazy.
I can. Salinas will go over and lock the door to the room really quick.
I feel bad enough for notching him out.
All right, Salinas, as you get to the door to lock it, you hear footsteps coming up the stairs.
But,
Is it the three of us?
Yeah.
Okay.
you over there? I'm not here. I put my finger up to my lips. Shh.
The three of you that are arriving, give me perception checks.
I got betrayals.
Damn. You guys are rolling high tonight. Unless you're Xedre.
Let's hear that.
Or me. Haha, it worked.
All right, Percy and Kiesel, as you guys are approaching the bottom of the stairs, you both hear, Alfred doesn't, but you hear a thud come from the upstairs as Xedre's body's hitting the floor.
Either Salinas just fell out of bed, or something very bad is happening.
We should go
DM,
up
how
there
many
now.
how many rooms are in this lodge?
2.
2?
50-50.
Yeah, there's 2 guest rooms. You guys have them both.
Gotcha.
I guess Percy will start running up the steps and get to the door.
Wait, what's
Does
up,
Celine-
person?
Did you not hear that?
Hear what?
It sounded like a sack of fucking potatoes in the floor.
Like a body hitting the floor.
Oh, we-
Body.
We got 2 rooms we can check. Did you? I just made a joke about Salinas falling asleep. We have 2 rooms we can check.
Well, I think that he would have fallen asleep a while ago. That wouldn't have
He
just been
could-
him hitting the
Could have
ground
fallen
down.
out of the bed.
Oh. Yeah, let's go get him.
So I guess we're gonna run upstairs. Is the door to the other room just like open or is it closed?
Let's see.
I would have left it open for Cybil to go in and out. Because I assume that's the room that I would be in. There's
I
2
don't remember
rooms.
how you guys split up between the 6 of you.
It was
Which 3 went where?
It was Salinas, Kiesel, Percy, and then
Mhm.
Okay.
the other 3.
So the Xedre, Jofridir, Alfred room, we're saying the door was left open.
Yeah.
Kiesel and Percy, you'd be finding the room that you stayed in the night before. The door is closed.
And locked.
Do you check it?
Percy will check it.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm right behind her too.
As Percy goes to try to check it, the door bursts open. You see Salinas. Oh, thank goodness that
Are
you're
you
here.
Are you okay?
Xedre just collapsed. I can't wake him up.
Inside check.
All right.
I'm also gonna do an insight check.
Give me a
Um,
deception, Salinas.
Is
You're
Xedre
gonna
okay?
be like on the ground, like fanning Xedre.
would
Insight.
All right, you could do advantage, I suppose.
Yeah.
Xedre, are
Oh,
you
damn.
okay?
There's a dirty 20 there. But leave it to the charmer. Percy, you're like, it doesn't make a lot of sense, but he seems sincere. Alfred and Kiesel, you're like, oh, yeah, Xedre passed out.
How did you open a window? Like what? We should get him back to the Grove if he passed out.
It just happened.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
There has to be a
cannot
doctor
believe
in
that.
town.
When's the last time we ate or drank water or something like that? Or is it too hot out? Is it
And we're all eating this. Maybe there was something in the food,
Maybe there's
Maybe.
something.
and he's just having a bad reaction.
We were doing some drinking. Maybe that hit him a bit hard.
He wasn't really
No,
drinking though.
He didn't drink anything though.
I'll go over to
As we
Xedre
saw.
and start like gently nudging him awake. See if he'll.
As okay.
Do I notice any bruising?
Xedre, give me a disadvantage perception check.
How does Xedre look to me?
Beaten and battered.
Jeez.
Oh no!
Jesus Christ!
All right, Alfred, give me a perception check
Yeah.
as you survey Xedre as he's laying as the sack of potatoes on the floor. 15. You're quite familiar with your Fireheart friend. You notice that there's a little bit of moisture on his cheek and just a little tiny droplet of blood in the corner of his mouth.
Alfred will be taken a little bit aback. He'll uh, take out a little rag and wipe the blood away.
I think he
This
hit something on the way down when he fell.
Probably maybe the bed frame.
Insight check.
he must have hit that really hard. That's something.
He just fell.
That would be deception on my end. Yay,
Yes.
charisma, my greatest.
Percy
worry,
didn't
I'm
set the
also
bar
doing it.
high here, though, so.
No,
Don't
so
worry, I'm also
Oh!
decepting.
Oh, nope.
well,
We're-
this mind
we're,
control
uh,
is just
damn
angling the rest
deceptions.
of us.
I'm not great at
Good.
lying, but when I need to.
Dude, we have brain rot right now.
Yeah.
Truly.
Alfred, you hear the voice in your head. Is Xedre okay?
Xedre doesn't look okay.
What happened?
He's knocked out.
Oh,
And
somebody-
Alfred's just talking out loud.
Did somebody do something to him?
It looks. I mean, they say that he fell out of bed.
Well, maybe
Oh,
he just needs some
he
healing.
was standing here and he just fell over.
Or he hit the bed frame on the way.
Well, I mean, what are we doing standing around? Can't we just lay some hands on him or heal him?
You
or
think
do we
I
have any-
didn't try that already?
You I
Oh God.
yes. No, I don't know.
Of course, that was
Percy,
the first thing I
Do you know any
tried.
healing magic?
I don't have any healing magic.
I could take out a syringe and see if that'll. Alfred will take out as he said, a syringe and stick it into Xedre's thigh and cast the first level Cure Wounds.
Kiesel will be getting out his tinderbox at the same time, be like, well, he's I think he's got it like this, and try to start like a small flame to maybe like the
Kiesel,
smell of the
why don't
smoke
you-
will.
Why don't you go and try and find a doctor?
Look, this is the first time we've been together like all morning, really, and I don't want to leave.
I can run downstairs and ask someone to go find
Doesn't
a
do
doctor
it.
and run right back.
That would be great.
Yeah, so
So-
Percy will run down the steps and just essentially yell out, "We need a doctor," and run back upstairs.
Just find whoever hears it or not.
All right. As Alfred performs his infusion of cure wounds, and Percy runs downstairs. Xedre, you're cured of the 5 hit points you took of the bludgeoning from the first hit, as well as being brought back out of the unconscious state. Your jaw is quite sore, as well as the rest of the left side of your head.
Question.
As I was saying, as everyone has been doing this, Salinas has taken the moment to summon Galfrank. I'm sure he's in the room.
How is my head after waking up?
Like what?
Do I still remember that it was like Gilford who accosted me?
Is he still
Give
charmed?
me, right now, give me a history check with disadvantage.
Okay.
We'll check your memory.
And does he need to make a wisdom save?
Yeah.
15. Yeah, you remember that fist coming in. It wasn't pleasant.
Okay.
They came in and clocked you hard, and both times. And yeah.
Here's what's gonna.
And
Oh, you.
okay. Nope, go ahead.
Zedri's gonna start to wake up ever so slightly. He's gonna see everybody in the room except for Percy, and he is going to see the open flame that Kiesel just made, and he is going to go ahead and yell out, "Something's wrong with Yofridi!" And then he's gonna go ahead and cast pyrotechnics on the match.
Ooh. Salinas is making an attack roll against Alfred right now. Salinas is jumping in, and as he does, he's going to say, "You're over there now," and
Man, I'm surprised in game and IRL.
we probably. I don't know if me and Xedre need to roll initiative on this.
Percy's just gonna He's just gonna run up into the doorway and be like, "What the hell is this going on?"
Okay, everybody but Percy roll initiative, and then Percy will be in on the second round. 6 seconds later, you come back into whatever the heck's going on, since everybody's trying to do things at the same time. So, damn, Alfred, you really wanted to go first.
Ooh,
I don't know what's gonna hit me.
this is not going well.
So what's the game state right now? Have I heard Salinas
So
yell
basically, where you're at right now is you have just done the cure wounds. You have just roused Xedre. You can see him start just like barely starting to come to.
Okay, this is before
no reaction yet.
pyrotechnics?
No.
Okay.
Yes, before pyrotechnics. But there's been no effort made by anybody to do anything at this point. So.
Okay. Alfred is just going to be focused on Xedre for basically his entire turn. He's going to just be sort of like trying to wake him up and like slowly get him back into the land of the living. As he doesn't know what is about to happen. And that'll be my turn.
Okay. Yofridir, you're in the same situation, although give me a perception check with disadvantage due to everything that's going on and all the moving parts going on.
Yeah, this is a clusterfuck.
Oh my god.
Truly to be a clusterfuck.
Oh no,
is
you
that
lost a
nat
nat
20?
20!
All right, with the 10, you saw Alfred do his attempt to heal Xedre, but you haven't seen any reaction from Xedre or anything to show that it's been effective. And just Percy has ran down the stairs. Aside from that, pretty much we're status quo in the room, other than, whatever your intentions are.
Now.
Shit. Who do I go for?
Hit me again.
How far are we all apart? Are we like all in one cluster?
And how big is this room? Because I have a bulky weapon.
I
How
imagine
tall is
we're
the ceiling?
pretty squeezed in.
The room itself is about 10 by 10.
Okay, so we're like shoulder to shoulder.
Yeah, you're all like stuck in
Got
on
you,
each other.
kid.
Trying to wield a
Got
glaive
you.
in here ain't gonna go very well. Honestly, trying to wield any sort of weaponry at long range, or that's got a handle to it, is going to be quite cumbersome to try and pull off. But there may be collateral damage.
Okay, so it's still showing me as having red list, because obviously we haven't gone through a round. Would I still have that?
It's just for a round, so 6 seconds has clearly passed at this point.
Okay. I can't remember if I can reckless it in. Let me see.
I think you can reckless every turn.
When you make your first attack on your turn, yeah. Okay, so yeah, I'll reckless attack. I'm gonna try to clock Kiesel.
Yes.
Because he'd be a good asset to have if we can break that shit.
Yeah, this is true. Ooh, thank
It
goodness
hasn't
for
worked
that.
on
I'm
Xedre.
not-
Let's
it
keep
didn't
on
knock him out,
punching
so.
until it works.
Hitting highs and lows.
Oh
AC
god.
is 16.
So anyway, I started swinging.
All right. 21. And what is it? 5? Is that what we had?
Yeah.
Fit like 3 Danny DeVitos to make one Yofordir.
All right. As you swing in on Kiesel and just clock him for 5 points of damage, as you just hit him right in the clavicle up next to his neck. And Kiesel, as you reel, give me a wisdom save.
I'll be like, shit, sorry, Kiesel.
You guys are being dicks about this.
Right.
Oh,
Makes me feel
wisdom
bad.
save.
1.
15.
Ooh.
I got good wisdom. Cedric, you thumbs up before.
No, that was a good wisdom save. That's why I'm saying it.
It was.
What a
All right.
fail.
As you take this punch, out of nowhere, Yofordir has just freaking punched you for no reason. Yofordir, anything else on your turn?
I'll use my extra touch on Alfred.
Jeez.
Glad Percy's not in the room right now.
Oh, well, that's not a great roll, so.
Alfred sees like the chaos with Kiesel, and out of the corner of his eye, he sees Yofordir go to swing at him, and he'll sort of just like roll over and sort of like he was like sort of over Xedre. He'll like roll over to the other side of him really quick, and so he'll just be like sort of hunched over on the ground now on the other side.
Oh, he's prone. So is
No, not prone, just like
okay.
on his knees, like he did like a little somersault basically.
Gotcha.
All right. Anything else, Yofordir?
Nope, that's all I can do.
All right.
Doesn't reckless attack apply to all attacks on your
Just the
turn?
first.
It's the first.
Just the first.
Mm-mm.
What?
Yeah, it says during your turn, gives you advantage on during your turn.
Yeah, as long as you do it on your first
You
attack,
have
you
to
get it for all of them.
activate it on your first attack of your turn,
Okay,
but
okay.
it applies for the rest of your turn.
Gotcha. I read that wrong then.
Try again.
It applies until your next
Oh.
turn. So, dang.
That's
16. That means
No,
gonna
the
put it on the
advantage
dice.
against him applies until his next turn, but his advantage doesn't last beyond his turn.
Ah, okay, okay.
It's kind of weirdly worded that way.
It is.
So
Yeah,
Alright.
it is weird worded.
16 enough to hit Alfred?
it meets my AC.
Hits it,
Alfred
meets it, beats it.
Alfred will shield.
Solid.
Yep, fair enough.
Alfred, as you go and you just impact this magical shield. First time you've ever dealt with that. As you hit back off of that, honestly, probably the best thing that could happen.
Yofordir, what the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck?
Xedre, now you may do your pyrotechnics. You are semi-cognizant of what's going on, that Alfred has just... You wouldn't have necessarily saw a Kiesel because you're down on the ground, but you would have seen Alfred getting swung at.
Now the question becomes, was the match knocked out of Kiesel's hand whenever he was hit?
Ooh.
Ooh. Give me a dex save, Kiesel.
AJ, you are on top of the room state.
Yeah, you are.
That is...
How high is the
Ooh,
ceiling? Is
baby.
only the beginning.
Yeah, he held on to that thing.
All right.
He's just over here like swinging
it's still
around.
lit.
In that case,
Yeah.
yeah.
Nat 20, probably.
Xedre will go ahead and yell out, there's something wrong with Yofordir! And he's going to go ahead and cast Pyrotechnics on it. So that'll be... I guess I can just drag these technically onto
And
them.
I'm not raging either.
This is going to be
Ooh.
everybody in the room.
Yofordir wouldn't rage, just he
Oh,
feels
yeah,
bad
the-
about hitting his friends.
Let's drag the save onto each person in the room.
Ow.
Okay.
Oh, I guess actually you would need to drag them so they can actually roll.
Oh, I don't need to drag it on them?
Typically, we drag them on the NPCs because
Yeah.
I don't care if the
This
system
also,
rolls for
this
them. But
also works. Yeah,
with
I don't
everybody
care.
else, it's up to you guys. If you want to roll your own, roll your own.
No, I'm so sorry. Everybody's safe
I'll-
so far.
I'll-
No,
I'll
just do
keep
me.
those
Yeah,
at
do me
first.
too. Me too.
So does
Okay.
this belong?
And then, of
And
course,
this only has a DC 11 on it.
it does, and I'm probably going to fail it. Oh, no, I didn't. It would have been really ironic if I did.
Would have.
Like,
Do we take damage anyways, though, or
Are we blinded by
the
this?
half? Or
No. No. Literally
Anything
nothing
happen?
happens if you pass your con
Oh,
save.
okay, copy that.
Yep.
What was the concept?
11.
Oh fuck yeah. Okay.
Everyone
So
passes.
flash of light that all of you just are enough managed to shake it off. Closest being Kiesel with the 12. Like, you got a little bit of stars in your eyes, but you quickly get back your composure. Cognizant of the fact that you've been punched, and as we head to your turn, unless you have a bonus action, Xedre.
No.
I have 2 questions that may or may not be in the direct messages
I'm sorry.
Oh, maybe I should go answer those, huh?
before I make my move.
Good questions. To have questions answered.
this combat's a lot more tense than the sea battle, I feel.
It really
Everyone's
is.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone's so cautious right now.
Like, we're all scared. We don't like hurting each other.
Yeofordir is scaring the fuck out of Alfred.
Yeah.
It's actually more complicated on how you play this than it is before. So,
Hmm. I have my tinderbox. Xedre awakens. Yeofordir punches me in the fucking shoulder. That sends me reeling back. Xedre casts his spell. It almost blinds me.
you also
And-
watch Alfred deflect a shot using magical shielding against Yeofordir punching him.
You're punching him. Then
And you've had a
I-
minuscule amount of time to process any of this shit. So,
yeah.
It's true.
But there are 2 things that Kiesel knows. And the 2 things that Kiesel knows is how much he misses his family in Teluria and does not want to stay here, and how Xedre and fucking Percy and Alfred, how much they really wanted to stay here. So I'm gonna kick Xedre in the head as I'm reeling back, almost being blinded. I'm gonna
Fuck
I'm
me!
You almost blinded me. That's my reaction, is to fucking deck you in the jaw.
Football me in the head!
all right,
Praise
Um,
and furnace.
Praise and furnace!
let
Yep.
me fix something here quick. Because Xedre, did you get up, or did you just stay on the ground and do
No,
that?
Xedre's like next to Alfred, but he's still crumpled on the ground.
Do I get
No.
advantage because he's
Yes, because he is prone. So,
We're
I'm
all,
kicking him?
we're just all beating the hell out of Zedri.
Wait,
and I don't know if you have unarmed strike in your. No, you don't. So,
way to
would
kick
be
a
the
fireball
equivalent
when he's down.
of. Well, it's a strength check. So.
Strength check. Yeah.
With advantage.
With advantage.
And I get 2 attacks because I'm me.
This is true.
If you want to curb stomp him that many times, yes.
So a D4 plus my strength ability mod.
No, just 1.
No,
1
one.
plus your strength mod.
Damn it. Okay, so he takes 4 damage.
I just just healed that.
All right. As Kiesel goes in and just boots to the head. With the 21, we'll say doesn't get a clean hit on the head, but definitely goes and hits you. Just turn your head a little bit to the side as you take 4 bludgeoning damage, Xedre. And give me a wisdom save.
I'm against the wall too, so there's just a really loud thud.
Not the horns, not the horns.
Okay.
Ooh.
All right, Xedre, as you take this hit, your attempt to blind everybody has gone astray. You watch as Kiesel is now kicking you. Jofridir has been punching you. Alfred presumably had something to do with you coming back to. You don't know what the hell's going on. I will DM you what's going through your head, but
Can I?
that won't matter until your turn. So,
And then let me get one more in for good measure. I don't know that he's gonna get a DM from somebody right after my turn's up, so I'm
solid.
That's
solid in
that's
character.
True.
You gonna action surge too, Kiesel?
No, because somebody spent it on the last fight and we haven't rested. If I could, I would.
No!
You'd be part of the floorboard, motherfucker.
Said we would be on the first floor.
That's another 4 damage, so
Okay.
I'm beating it out of him.
If he makes another wisdom save and fails, does he come back into the...
You jostle my brain out, you jostle my brain back in.
So I sent the link to the stream to my dad's friend who like played D&D back in the 80s. I know he's not watching it tonight because he said he couldn't. But I'm just like, it would be so fucking hilarious if he was. And he'd be like, what the fuck is D&D nowadays?
What are these kids doing to my game?
Honestly, I
Alright.
can imagine this kind of stuff probably happened back in the day too.
Honestly, probably.
If Xedre's horn
Especially with-
wasn't stuck in the wall already, it is now, after Kiesel's second kick.
Kiesel, anything else?
No, there's no time for anything else.
All right, Salinas, you're up.
How far back up the stairs is Percy?
He's back soon.
I'm coming in next turn, so.
She's 6
Yeah,
seconds.
so you wouldn't. She's out of sight at this point.
Yes, no, but I'm saying if Salinas starts taking a dash,
Salinas
out of
runs
the room,
out of the room.
Would I see her if I like leave the room? Would she be like on the
I
stairwell
don't know.
within?
Are you running out of the room?
Yes, I am.
Okay. If you're leaving, first off, as Salinas attempts to dart out of the room, does anybody wish to make attack of opportunity? Because you all are within 5 feet of each other.
Wait, has Alfred seen Salinas be aggressive?
No, not at this point.
No. So no. He thinks it's all Jofridir.
He got usurped by Jofridir hitting at Alfred first.
Yeah.
Kiesel would like to take an attack of opportunity.
I'd like to take this opportunity to play some PvP.
Flying kick
There,
Salinas.
Kiesel doesn't know if Salinas might be messed up in some way.
The last thing in Kiesel's head is Salinas is being a real big dick about this. I'm just gonna get a shot in while I can. I'm like,
Just poke the lave out to trip him.
not just to be mean about it, not even to hurt him.
All right, go ahead
Yeah.
and roll.
That's her polar master feat.
11 misses. You swing and a miss
misses.
as Salinas goes past. I assume Jofridir is not. And Xedre on the floor.
Xedre probably can't even see because he's still trying to take his horn out of the wall. I would imagine that his head was tilted to the left and the door is exit right. So
You would see him leaving. the room, but whether you do anything is up to you. You know you'd be at disadvantage since you are laying on the ground. So whether you want to quick kick wildly from the ground,
No, I'm
like a
good.
captive
I'm
tied to
okay.
the wall.
And then you
Okay.
nat one and hit Alfred right beside you.
All right, so Selena says you make your dash out, dodging one punch from Kiesel, and dodge out of this giant mess that is inside the room.
As I dip out, I'm gonna yell back. Over there, Kiesel needs another punch.
You'd get
if I move my
about to the
35
bottom of the
feet,
stairs
moving
because you'd be
35
difficult
feet.
terrain getting out of the room. So you'd get your 35 feet will get you to the bottom of the stairs.
Does that get me up to Percy?
No, that would get you to seeing Percy at.
Well, Percy didn't go
The
all the way
door.
down the stairs. She went partway down, yelled, and then turned to run
Oh,
back.
okay. Well, then Percy, technically, you should have been in the initiative order. So I was under the impression you went to look for some sort of a medical professional downstairs.
No, she went, yelled, "We need a doctor," and
Okay.
then turned to run back. I figured that it would kind of be like the community meme I posted, is just like,
All right.
she comes
Go
into...
ahead and roll initiative, but for this round, we'll just have you go last.
Okay.
Since we're not going to really know what's going on with anybody else. And then
Okay.
you'll be quite a bit up there with an 18. So,
Yeah.
all right. So,
As you
yeah,
come-
you would meet Percy on the stairs halfway before you use up all your movement.
Is he alright?
I hope so. And as Salinas runs up, he'll kind of like turn a little bit, and from behind him, claws out, comes a cat jumping at Percy. As I'm going to use Galfrank to try to get advantage on my unarmed attack against her.
Okay, Frank used the help action.
Yep.
Alfred used the help action.
That's a distraction? Yeah. I'll give it to you.
The memes are going off.
Oh my gosh.
The session is.
Oof.
I love that the immediate response of everybody was just start punching things and they'll come out. They'll be knocked out of it.
Selena said punching was free.
Salinas is the
so-
only one that has any knowledge of that would work, but nobody else has checked.
Oh,
So-
I did tell Yofordir that it would work.
Oh, you didn't say it would work. You said punching was free to try.
Oh, I did say it might work.
So
Well,
my...
11
use-
is
could I
going to
use my
miss, but
Yeah, my
Percy,
AC
he's
is
just
4.
taken a wild swing at you. A cat has went over
Right.
your head, flying.
Could I use my inspiration in this moment?
God.
Yeah.
So do I get another advantage roll, or is it just one more dice?
I would say you get to re-roll the roll. So
Okay.
the roll was an advantage using the help action. So yeah,
Yeah,
I would say you still have advantage.
I think that's how we've rolled it.
Oh!
previously.
Look at that, 1 in 20.
Oh!
Damn.
Ooh.
Oh my god. Yeah, that hits. That hits Percy.
You take
All
a
right,
solid
what's-
1 point of damage as Selena's just like
No, that's a
probably,
crit.
actually like
That's 2 points
2
of damage.
points. So
Two
Selena's
whole points of damage.
So Selena's, as Selena's backhands Percy across the face.
All right, Percy, give me a wisdom save.
Alright. So, I don't have very good wisdom. So, let's see how this goes.
On
punching is
got this,
free.
Percy. Oh no!
You take a backhand across the face, a cat goes flying over your head with claws out. What the fuck is going on? You've just been assaulted by this person that you thought was supposed to be your friend for no flippin' reason after somebody is unconscious upstairs. You've heard some more thudding since you've been downstairs. Who knows what's going on, but you know what? That theory you had before, that maybe some people got their heads fucked with, starting to sound pretty damn good. as Salinas,
Percy, are you good now?
Me.
Yes, I did. You feeling better now?
You just hit me.
all right,
Right, I'm gonna
Percy,
take
it's
that
your
as a
turn.
no.
Oh god. Just gonna grab Salinas's like shoulders and start like shaking him. Like, what's wrong with you?
What is wrong with you?
You're being mind controlled. You do know that,
You're
right?
being You're being mind controlled.
That's ridiculous.
Percy, give me an Arcana check.
Okay. Arcana. I'm pretty good at Arcana.
Ooh, you
Really good at Arcana.
Damn.
Ooh, almost a 1.
29, you know when somebody is being mind controlled that it is a good solution to punch them or harm them in some way.
So, Percy's not very strong, but she does have magic. So because Salinas is right there, and already she has her hands on him, she's gonna cast Shock and Grasp.
Yes. All right.
Let's go.
All right.
A twist. I'm very good at against magic.
All right.
Does she even need to roll because she already has a hold of him?
Yeah. I'm sorry.
Like,
Well,
usually
they actually both
Kinda.
have a hold of each other, so it's kind of
Yeah.
voluntarily.
At least she gets advantage on that.
Do I? I don't know why it's not. All right. Let me...
Let's see.
That doesn't hit my AC.
I would say this brings you shocked. Because it says you try to touch. You're already touching.
Yeah.
Because Salinas is in
Yeah,
that
she's-
I mean, he is
yeah,
touching
she's already
you. So
grabbed-
you don't
they've
even
already-
have to make an effort to touch him that he would be able to evade.
Okay.
So I would say, yeah, it would be just you roll damage.
All right.
Damn. Damn.
Damn.
9 lightning damage, and you cannot take reactions for 1 round.
Okay. Is there any save against that, or is it just a?
No, it's an attack roll.
Yeah, it's an
That's why we
attack
were
roll.
looking at
Okay.
whether she's trying to grasp you to go let the lightning
Mhm.
through. No, yeah, if it'd been a save, then yeah, that fits into your wheelhouse. So
Yeah.
No, that's what I was trying to say. Trying to get it.
okay, so
But-
as you electrify Salinas as he's holding on, just kind of shaking in front of you.
Percy will let him go and like run all the way back up to the room to see what the fuck is going on.
All right, and since Salinas can't take reactions, he can't make an attack of opportunity. As we'll go back to the top of the order. Alfred, what the hell?
Alfred is scared, but now he's in fight or flight mode, and he's gonna fight. He's gonna take a punch back at Yofordir. No,
Good.
These all
golly.
decide fisticuffs, except
Just-
Percy.
just fisticuffs.
Yeah, I like that we've all just kind of had a mutual agreement, just fists, except Percy. She's like, nah, fuck that.
I don't know you guys that well.
Strength check against Yofordir, I guess. I don't have an unarmed strike in my.
At
action.
advantage, he did reckless attack.
Oh, at advantage. You are correct.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, any swings at Yofordir at advantage here. Well, this is the last one, I guess.
And I'm not raging, so you do the full damage.
The
Do
full
normal damage.
1 damage if I hit you. The 16
16 does not.
No. Thanks
No.
to my cloak that you guys encouraged me to buy.
Yeah.
You kind of get toroed a little bit, just that the cloak gets spun a little bit, and
Mhm.
Alfred's
just-
spun out of the way as he's swinging and missing. And
Yeah, anytime
good view of
Yofordir's-
Xedre pegged to the wall, and
anytime Yofordir has like hit someone, he's like immediately coming back, his arms up, so he'd probably just like, oh shit, and just like turn.
Oh my god. Yeah, I think that would be Alfred's turn.
You have the opportunity to flight if you so choose.
That is true.
There's a window if you want to jump out of a second-story window, or you can attempt to make it your way down the stairs like Salinas did.
Imagine what everyone else in the village thinks is going on right now. They just hear all this banging and crashing around.
Yeah, Alfred's
An
going
orgy.
to see fighting is not working, go to flight. He's going to run out the room.
Attacks of opportunity.
All right, as Alfred attempts to make his way out of the room. Anybody who still has their reaction left.
I have
Kiesel
mine because
took
I didn't
his.
try to attack Kiesel or Salinas when he left.
Is it already? Is
There you
it
go.
still that one round of combat, or has it loops?
We're in
We're on the
round
second
2.
round.
Round 2.
Well,
Oh,
it's
that's 3.
Kiesel, you've used your reaction
Okay.
since
On
your
top of
turn
the
because
round.
Salinas went after you.
It hasn't
So
been
yeah,
your turn.
Jofrider, you can make an attack of opportunity.
I don't. Would I still have Reckless? Is it still the same? No, it's not the same
No,
round.
because Reckless is on your turn.
Yeah.
It grants until the
Mm.
end of your turn, your
Yeah.
next turn. But
Okay. So would it still be athletics or just a strength check?
no, we're straight swinging now, so it's just a strength
Okay.
check.
Cool. Yeah, no, that missed.
I'm out like nothing. Nothing hits me.
Xedre want to throw his hat in the ring?
Of course not. No.
All right, and Salinas and Percy are out of the room. Kiesel's used his reaction. Alfred,
Alfred's out of the room.
heading down the stairs? Or did you go out the window? Sorry, I didn't clarify that.
Out the door.
Out the door. Okay, so
To
you
clarify.
get to the top of the stairs, out the hallway, top of the stairs, and here's Selena still kind of shaking a little bit from electrifying, and Percy standing there right in front of him.
No, at that point, because Percy ran back
Oh,
to
that's
the
right. No, you'd be
room.
running
Past each
into
other.
Percy. If you're running past Percy, you technically would have an opportunity attack if you so choose to take a swing at Alfred. Although there's been no
There's a
reason
reason to, yeah.
to swing at Alfred at this point.
Yeah.
Alfred will stop when he sees Percy, and he'll just like give her a look like, "What the fuck is going on?" and then say, "What the fuck is going on?"
I don't know. I really think they're being mind controlled.
I think you're right. We
The
gotta
only
break
way-
it somehow.
You have to hurting them works. If you just hurt them, it'll snap them out of it.
Okay. And that's as much as the conversation would go before Alfred ends his turn. Just
Okay. Do you continue down the stairs? You just stay up there at the landing with Percy.
no, he's found a safe haven with Percy, and he's gonna stay
Okay.
with her for
Like
a
at the
minute.
door.
At the door, outside of Jofrider's range.
All right, we're back to Jofrid here.
So Kiesel's already kind of made it clear that he's back. Xedre hasn't given any indication or done anything though, right?
Well, okay. I will clarify with Kiesel. He did take a swing at Salinas.
Yeah, he swung at
So
Salinas.
Kiesel's allegiance is probably a little bit confusing
in
right
limbo.
now. He beat the
He
crap
swung
out
at
of
Xedre.
Xedre on the floor, and he swung at Salinas. So who the hell knows what team he's on at this point?
But has Xedre given any indication or reaction or anything?
He's still
The only
struggling
thing
to
you've
get.
seen out of Xedre is the
Okay.
attempt at pyrotechnics that failed. Aside from that, Xedre's made no aggressive actions towards anybody.
Alright, and Percy's in the doorway?
Yeah, Percy and Alfred would be
Yeah.
at the door.
Yeah, Jofrider would never hit a woman unless they swung first. So he's gonna look at Percy like, ah, shit. And he's gonna swing at Kiesel again.
Oh no!
Oh, thank God.
God.
Strength
Yeah,
checks
you
are
have
not
a second
going well
attack?
for Jofrid here.
He's not even gonna take the second swing. He feels bad at this point.
Yoferdir's still throwing the arm wrestling match at this point.
Yeah. He's still in it for the plat.
All right, Percy, we're to your correct order of initiative at this point. You watch as Alfred came out, speaks with you for a second. Salinas is over your shoulder, back down the stairs, looking in front of you into this room. Yoferdir takes a wild swing at Kiesel that horribly misses. Actually, Alfred, okay, you made a strength check to swing at Yoferdir, missed narrowly.
Yes.
Yoferdir made a swing to try and hit Alfred as he was running out, correct? Okay. Everybody but Alfred that's in the room. Nah, Xedre, you're on the floor, so you're fine. Kiesel, you're the only other one in the room then, right? Kiesel, Yoferdir, Alfred were the three standing in the room. Xedre's on the floor. Percy and Salinas were out front.
Yep.
Okay. Kiesel, give me a dex save.
Oh.
Okay. As Yoferdir wildly missing Alfred, Kiesel, you had to dodge out of the way because you guys are all in close quarters. So you're just narrowly dodging his 8 attack with your dex save. And then Yoferdir swinging at Kiesel, there's nobody left in the room to potentially get hit. So we won't worry about that because Xedre's on the floor and that's just not likely for him to get hit at that position. You have some protection down there. Anyway. So, Percy, you're watching just wild swinging going on in front of you. It is a giant mess. Alfred is concerned. There's a bunch of people fighting in the room. There's one guy on the stairs. And a voice in your head says, maybe you just need to, if bring everybody back here. Bring any of your friends. Let's all regroup. They said Xedre's hurt. I'm really concerned because he's not answering anymore. And I think he got seriously hurt, but if we got healers here, so if you can get back.
Okay. Percy standing there, she steps into the room. What is going on? What are you doing? We need to go back to the grove. What has gotten into you? Why are you being mind controlled? And that's my turn. She doesn't want to hit anyone.
And Alfred, I would say you heard the voice saying the same things.
Okay.
All right, so Xedre, give me a strength check to pull yourself out of the wall, since you self-appointed yourself into the wall.
Yeah, I'm so glad I'm doing a strength save right now. Cheesy crazy. Yeah, okay.
It'll be a strength check. You're attempting to do something.
Was.
Oh, a
withstand,
check?
so.
It's still the same.
Okay. You're still stuck.
Xedre's gonna pull to the point where he cracks his horns. At this point, he does not care. He'll crack the keratin if that's what it takes. And hopefully it'll just be the part that's like in the wall. But if it's further back, so be it.
Okay. Roll one more time. Strength check.
Oh my god.
Okay.
All right. We're going to treat this as if you were recklessly. Well, so you had advantage on it, but yeah, you do break your horn in the process of ripping from the wall.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's so badass, though.
Xedre's going to go ahead and get up. He's going to use half of his movement. And he'll even use like the part of the horn that's stuck in the wall as like to leverage himself up a little bit. And he's going to take his staff, object interaction, use that. And he's going to go over to the window and bust it open, if you would allow that. Is it that kind of window?
Yeah.
Is there glass? Is it wood?
It's just, you pop the shutters.
Oh, okay. He'll pop the shutters.
Yeah, it's just open air.
He's going to look down. How high up is this building? second floor, you said?
Be 10 feet from the ground. From the floor of the floor you're on to the ground is 10 foot. From the window, it would be 12.
Okay. Yeah. Xedre's just like shaking his head over near the window. And he'll go ahead and say, I don't know what's going on, but honestly, this just needs to stop. And he is going to go ahead and cast haste on himself. And then he's going to dive out the window.
About to break your legs on impact, bro.
Haste would be an action, and you used your action to get out of the wall. So you wouldn't be able to haste this turn.
Oh, my action was getting out of the wall?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, pulling yourself out of the wall would have been your action, and then you used your object interaction to get the window popped open, and you'd still have a little bit of movement left. I mean, you'd only would have used 5 feet. Half your movement to stand up, 5 feet. So you got 30, don't you?
I do. But I have a bonus
So you
action.
still have 10 feet of movement. Yes.
Would that be enough to take me out the window if I use the 10 feet of movement?
Oh, yeah. 10 feet will drop you out the window. You don't have to use your movement to fall.
Yeah.
You might be mid-fall, but...
Xedre's gonna hop out the window.
Okay.
And he's just gonna foot in the sill, like step out. And he's gonna go ahead and bonus action, so I know it's disadvantage, offer a prayer to Infernus for a safe landing, and see if he can go ahead and cast Misty Step.
Okay. Ooh, we haven't had a piety prayer in a while.
I know. There's a good chance this is the first one that I fail.
The circumstances require.
Because it is a disadvantage.
Yeah. So Xedre's just going to go ahead and like step out. He's going to hold his hand really close to his chest. And as he's dropping, he's going to hope that feeling of like falling stops just for the slightest bit. It's 2 away.
You guys just watch. I know you guys aren't Game of Thrones people, but it's a Tommen stepping out the window. You just take a step and disappear out the window. Nobody sees where you go.
And we also ruled that piety checks are different than normal ability checks, right? They're like their own thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
so I can't add my Flash of Genius,
Correct.
for instance.
I can't have my favor either. That's fine.
I can't add silvery barbs.
Oh,
No.
no.
You make me
All
fall
right.
into
Zedri
disadvantage.
disappears out the window.
That
Kiesel.
very quickly became not funny anymore.
I
Yeah.
was like, Xedre, what?
It's also an implication, not to. Oh,
Hey, yo.
Ollie,
Wait a second.
Ollie redeemed a reroll. Marshall and Mars, Ollie redeemed a reroll.
Oh,
Hell yeah.
reroll that piety check.
Make it
Ollie, you're a
happen.
real one.
You really are.
You are. Oh, I really don't want to. It's 10 feet, but I still don't want to fall.
Please,
That's
So
not
break
even
your
still
knees.
with disadvantage.
You ain't going nowhere.
I don't think anyone realizes that's not even the worst part about failing this check.
And for Xedre
It is. It's
specifically,
losing the
it's...
pi-
Yeah.
For Xedre,
Yeah.
you lose
Okay.
your piety.
Do it again. Even worse that time.
Is
Oh,
that just
God.
enough to be worse, though?
Just enough to be worse.
Gosh darn it, Ollie.
What the
Well, okay, he rolled an 8 versus a 5, and it's a difference of 28 to 25. So that's worse, but is that worse enough to be the worst outcome, or is that still,
Is that like the same outcome, or is it like just
a 90?
Ollie's not gonna.
A 90 is
Unless
worse than
it's
a
correct,
98, but
it's
it's not a B.
Yeah, the outcome was still gonna be the same.
The outcome's the same.
So is this?
Uh,
Okay.
Oh my god.
Do I reroll it again then?
Yeah, we'll let you do it one more time. We'll.
I don't want to. Yeah.
It doesn't specifically state anywhere we've talked about what we need to do as to the rerolls and stuff like that. I'm not going to say you can redeem another reroll or another inspo to redo this a third time, or I'd do it a fourth time. But you can do one more redemption off of the inspiration.
Okay.
Now one.
Disadvantage.
Wow.
Disadvantage. But we got it. We got it. We got it. We got it.
You got it.
There you go.
Oh my goodness! Infernus is in this house. Infernus is in this house.
Same description for everybody. Xedre just disappears out the window. For Jofridir and Kiesel, who are engaged in combat at this point in time, as Jofridir has swung wildly and missed. Jofridir's still coming at you. Xedre has left. Alfred has left. Salinas has left.
I want to look at Jofrid and be like, do you want to stay here really bad, or do you want to leave?
No, we need to get the hell out of here.
Okay, are you also still throwing from earlier because it's just 10 plat? Or did you really miss?
I don't care about the platinum.
Okay, so I'm gonna turn around out like in the doorway or in the hall that I can see. Is there anybody there?
It's Percy and
You
Alfred.
turn, it's Percy's right there, 5 feet away from you.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll turn to Percy. Do you want to stay here?
I'd say with your
Yes.
6 seconds to turn,
Yeah,
your
okay,
conversation with Jofridir probably tapped your
Okay, then
Percy skills.
Then at that, I'm gonna look towards Percy, and I'm gonna unarmed striker.
So from Percy's perspective, she just sees you ask Jofridir if he wants to stay here, turn around, and then go to
Punch
soccer.
her.
Yeah. 100%.
Give me a strength check.
Oh,
Ace.
Yeah, that hits.
That's 4 damage.
Kiesel laughs as he does it.
Do I go make my
Sucker punch
wisdom
to the
save?
Selvish woman. All right, Percy, give me a wisdom save.
And
God.
because I get 2 attacks per turn, I'm gonna combo her like friggin' Street Fighter.
Okay.
Of
I-
course.
I'm still gonna roll. Oh my god!
Probably a good thing your wombo combo.
Boom, 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 boom.
9 misses.
Now,
Ah.
all right, with a 9, Jofridir, give me a dex save. I would hope you hit this with your advantage on dex saves.
Yeah, I'm good at those.
Oh, nat 20.
20 and a drop to 1 again.
For me, it was like crooked on a 2 and the 20. I was like, which is it?
Oh, God damn it, I could have been using Fighting Spirit this whole time. I'm so goofy. I thought that was used up too. Oh, I'm not looking.
All right, so Kiesel goes and swings, misses Percy, and Jofridir, you just like easily just kind of step to the side. No challenge as the swing goes wild. Kiesel, anything else? You've talked, you've swung again.
I just need to learn how to love, and that's a good day, but that's not today.
Me too.
All right, Salinas, shaking off the last of this electrocution down the stairs. You look up the stairs, you see Alfred and Percy at the door as Percy backs up a little bit from taking a punch and dodges another one.
Sorry, Percy, but you took the gloves off first. And he's going to Eldritch Blast from the stairs.
All right.
One into Alfred, one into Percy.
Ooh.
This won't help because my wisdom just sucks.
Then you better start rolling.
This one's into Alfred. This one's into Percy.
Holy
Oh
shit.
god!
He's actually Eldritch blasting these
Damn.
ones.
Yes.
Eldritch Blast.
Okay. So this one's for Alfred. And this one's for Percy.
Holy shit.
All right, a wisdom save.
All right, we're in this
Yep.
together, Alfred.
Oh please!
All right, Alfred, wisdom save.
It was so far up I couldn't shield. That was gonna be a 20. I'm going to re-roll this. I would like to not be charmed anymore.
Use your inspo.
Inspiration?
Yeah.
Yes!
I rolled a 15.
15, I think, is what I rolled too, so.
Oh god.
Please Infernus, please Infernus. No, let's see what.
No.
Alfred, you were
Was
the first to succumb, and you remain the last to drop it. As Percy, since everybody else has gotten this message at this point in time, I'm not going to DM it to you. You are no
Okay.
longer charmed, but you have no
Okay.
recollection of being charmed. It is not that type of a charm effect where you immediately know that you've been charmed. You just remember everything that has been happening. Now everybody's hitting each other. You don't know why everybody's hitting each other. They just started doing it. You don't know where anybody else stands. Basically, the only thing that at this point in time you're horribly confused.
So,
Um,
because she'd had that previous really good Arcana check where she was like, hitting someone will break a charm effect, even if she doesn't know it was quite charm. Is that kind of, since that was already in her brain, is there any chance that might be like?
If you want to use your action on your turn to basically do an investigation of whether you think that's the conclusion, I will let you do that.
Okay.
Salinas, do you have anything else other than zapping the hell out of everybody?
That was a pretty good call.
God.
Salinas is just going to like stand on the stairs and say, "No one is leaving this building until all of you wake the fuck up."
Xedre's out the window.
Where did Xedre
Fuck!
go? Can I help you, sir?
Salinas, I mean, you over there, keep the rest of them there.
Buddy, come.
Oh, it's gonna be fun.
Alfred, Percy's getting punched by Kiesel. Salinas was electrocuted on the stairs, and now he shot you. And they're telling you Xedre has jumped out the window. What do you do?
Xedre has the right idea of getting the fuck out of here. So Alfred is going to action disengage. And
Okay.
he's going to run past Salinas down the stairs.
So, I will point out that in the hallway, there's a window down at the opposite end of the hallway. Actually going out, not the same way that Xedre just jumped out, but going past the room that you were staying in, there's a window down there that doesn't require you to run through two people. If you want to take the window route. Obviously, that is jumping out a second story window, so.
Yes.
Do it.
Yeah, why not? Let's go run out the window.
You did just hear that Xedre did it, so, you know.
Xedre has a good head on his shoulders, and Alfred will follow suit. Alfred will turn on his
Does
heels.
Alfred still disengage?
Are you
You'd be
melee
within
range?
proximity of Percy only.
Yeah. I don't think you're in melee range.
If you were going down the stairs, then Salinas would come into play as to disengage.
Yeah, because
No,
I've
but
seen.
he is still within melee of somebody. That's
Yeah,
that's,
Percy,
it's good
yes.
it's
Yeah.
good to
But
need to-
I
always
will
wanna
say
make sure.
Percy is not inclined to attack him right now because she's still confused.
That's fair, but it was.
Alfred would have disengaged if he was running past people, but since he's running away from people, not like having them navigate through them, he's just gonna turn heels.
So
and
Alfred
run.
just turns, runs down the hallway towards
Yeah.
the window. Percy, you have the opportunity to make an opportunity attack if you so choose.
Okay.
Do not. All right, Alfred, give me a acrobatics check.
Alfred's gonna cast Featherfall on himself.
Okay. You can do that instead. That works. Xedre, you'll have an acrobatics check at the beginning of your turn as you make your lovely landing from Misty Stepping.
Just. There we go.
Because you were just throwing up prayers. You don't know how you're going to land. You got to be prepared to land one way or the other. So.
Yeah, Alfred is going to, as he jumps out the window, there's going to be a little string that he pulls on his pack, and it's going to have a little, like, almost like an antenna come out, and a little, like, rudder is going to start spinning around. He's going to just, like, glide down to the ground.
All right, as you're going out the window, floating down to the ground safely, you see two people dressed similar to the druid that you encountered guarding the grove, as well as about 10 townsfolk all running towards the building. They don't pay any attention to you. They're all running towards the building and continuing on their way. And the voice in your head says, "Are you okay?"
Everyone seems to be quite confused. People were throwing punches, and I don't know who's. I really don't know who's actually aware anymore, or I don't know even what to call it. They've all gone
Maybe
insane.
something happened in the inn, and like there was some sort of like gas or something, and it made everybody confused. You better get away from there. Get someplace where it's safe.
Yeah, I heard Xedre got out, but I don't know about the rest of them. I know Xedre, Salinas and Percy are still in there.
I'm glad Zedri's okay. Hope he's coming here. We'll call that within the confines of your turn.
Yeah.
Fritier,
Yeah, that's it.
at the door with Kiesel, who just, well, you're behind Kiesel as Kiesel has just sucker punched Percy in the hallway.
Yeah, he did.
So I don't know what I'm trying to think what your fear would do in this situation, because obviously he'd be very, very upset that something is messing with his friends. Could he reasonably deduce that it's probably all stemming from Izzy?
Give me an investigation.
I'm not great with those, but
Get your big brains going here, yo, Fritier.
No.
Get your brains going here.
Okay.
Don't really have any idea what the hell's going on. All you know is what Salinas has told you. Trust his big brains. But Xedre has jumped out the window behind you. Kiesel has sucker punched. But Kiesel, you had your nice little conversation. He seems pretty legit. Aside from punching Percy, but, you know, that seems to be the MO. We're just punching the casters today.
Well, in your eyes, everyone up here seems to be relatively somewhat okay. He's gonna jump out the window after Xedre to try to tread on him.
Okay.
Yeah, hunt it down.
All right, give me an acrobatics check as you go flying out the window.
Yeah, I mean, he knows he can take a hit if, he's just jumping out a window, and he ain't done before.
All right, you hit the ground, take 1 point of bludgeoning damage as you roll safely to your feet.
Where is Xedre?
Well, on his turn, he's going to pop up right in front of you.
Cool.
Nice.
So yeah, your crew would just be looking around for Xedre then.
Percy.
All right, I'm gonna make that investigation check to see if I can figure out if I can deduce what has happened.
What the hell's going on?
What the fuck has happened?
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, 20?
Apparently,
Yeah, your mind clears quite quickly as to this doesn't jive. clearly they have knocked you out of some sort of control. That has to be what's going on, because what the hell was going on before? And honestly, with the nat 20, you succeed on the what Yoferdir was trying to figure out
Was
as
it
to
Izzy?
where does it tie back to. Nat 20, you got it tied back to Izzy completely. It's like everything started getting wonky back then.
Percy's just gonna stand there, lock eyes with Kiesel, and is like, "We're gonna go kill that fucking thing, right?"
We're going to kill everybody involved.
I call dibs on Desi.
We'll have to fight over it. We'll go splitsies.
All right, we'll just yeah, we got this. Where's Salinas in relation to us?
This is still on the
Behind
stairs.
you, like 10 feet
Yeah.
away on the stairs.
Salinas?
Solid. As those of you inside take stock of the situation, observing that Xedre has went out one window, Alfred has went out another window, in opposite directions. Well, not opposite directions. Xedre would be out to the north. Alfred would have went out to the east. No, sorry. Xedre to the west, Alfred to the north. And Yoferdir has also went out the window and quickly catches sight as Xedre bamps back in right in front of him. On the ground, Xedre, give me a acrobatics check for how pretty this looks as you make it to the ground after your prayer. It's not bad. Almost superhero pose as you one knee and
Well,
a little Black Widow pose.
I do have a question. How far away are we from the building proper? Because Yoferdir's right in front of me, right?
Like 10 feet.
Okay. Now, the
Well, I
individual
guess it's up to you where you jumped to. Where did you want to jump to?
flush, kind of
'Cause you
flush
could've
with
gone
the
30
building.
feet, so
No, he would have chosen to go maybe.
so
like,
actually, Yoferdir would be landing right in front of you because his arc would have carried him out past you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you had mentioned that there are 2 rooms. It's on the second floor, 10 by 10 each, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then the bottom is presumably like 4 times that. I'm guessing for
the
like
bottom,
the floor.
the building itself is far bigger than these 2 little guest rooms. There's just
Okay.
a little stairwell goes upstairs. There's 2 rooms and a wall, the little hallway going down alongside these 2 rooms.
So from where we landed, we would be on the west end, kind of close to one of the corners of the building.
Yes, because you would have been in the first room at the top of the stairs. So
Okay.
yeah, you'd be just along the southwest corner of the building.
Okay. So as Xedre appears, doesn't quite make like the landing perfectly. He's not going to get up. He's going to go ahead and look over to Yoferdir, and he's still extremely upset. So he's going to say, I truly don't understand what's going on, and I don't know why everybody's fighting. I absolutely know that I can't solo you, but if you're hitting me for a reason, then I can at least try to hit everybody else. And he's going to go ahead and kind of like trace his fist on the ground, and he's going to cast Erupting Earth on the bottom southwest corner of the lodge.
It wasn't like that.
Your person be
What
like,
an icon.
I'm sorry for hitting you. Yes, it's for a reason.
Once we figure it out, it's gonna be a very good reason.
Infernus approves, according to Ollie.
Nice.
Erupting Earth.
20-foot cube. And it would have to be on the exterior because I can't necessarily see inside.
I'm updating my notes, and I have a bullet point that just says hijinks ensue.
You'll know.
Yes.
Oh God.
It's marked as lesser effect brawl for me.
WTF, just in all caps.
Mine
Okay,
says,
roll me the 3d12 bludgeoning damage
okie doke.
for the building itself.
We gotta
Mm,
fix the building now.
that is not.
It's not very good.
Could have been worse.
20 feet, 12. Okay. Okay, so the point on the ground, like right as close as you can get to the corner of the building.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So like half of it would be in the building, half of it would be out of the building, or okay.
That's what it would have to be, yeah.
Yeah, so your center point, yeah. So you'd be going 10 feet into the building and 20 feet up, right? Cube is an odd.
It
Okay.
is. It is.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so those that are in the room, which would just be Kiesel.
I'm
Kiesel
like,
needs to make the save, but I'll give you advantage on it because it's coming up through 2 floors below.
a deck save.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Is there anything that I can pull out of my ass? No. 14.
Devin,
That's a save.
Yeah. Kiesel, you throw yourself up against the wall as this pillar of earth comes flying up in the middle of the room. You can just kind of like plant yourself against the wall, keeping yourself out of taking full damage. So you would take 6 bludgeoning damage
It's okay with me.
as you just get kind of pushed up against that wall as you're placing yourself there, but you keep from taking the full brunt of things as the side of the building with these earth like forcibly pushing itself through crumbles a little bit, breaks the wood. The stone portions are able to maintain some consistency, but the side of the building and that corner especially just like collapses off the side and it's just like wide open. As you're placed up against that wall, you're just looking out into over the debris and out into the village proper beyond.
Ow, 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 ow! Getting pushed up against the wall.
can Percy like reach in and try to like help pull Kiesel out of the room?
Yeah. Give me a strength check.
Okie dokie.
Give above a 10, I'll give Kiesel advantage on his acrobatics to pick his way out of there. We're out of initiative order, by the way.
Yeah. A 9.
Oh.
Acrobatics. A 20.
Nice.
You didn't need the help. You were fine as you
Uh,
like shimmy along the side of the wall and are able to pull yourself into the doorway. I would say because of the partial destruction, Kiesel, give me a perception check, but this is whether you notice Yofridir at the bottom, but you do not see Xedre. Yeah, you don't see either one of them. You just watch as part of the building collapses, make your way out. Everything kind of coming to rest.
I'll still like have Percy grab onto me, but I'm doing a lot of lifting with my legs out of here. But we're still like,
Mhm.
I'm just like, that damned eyeball has a death grip on this place.
What happened?
We had one thrown over us unless somebody made a deal with somebody else, but I didn't say anything.
I
Can we get a head count, by the way? Who's here? And I'm just kind of like throw my voice to see whoever answers.
Did I see Alfred jump out the window, right?
Would we have seen
You
that?
saw Alfred go running. Percy would have seen Alfred jump out the window. You wouldn't have been able to see because you were still on the stairs in order to have your range on the Eldritch Blast. So you would have seen him run away out of your sight, but you wouldn't have seen where he went.
Alfred
Salinas
went out
st-
the window.
Salinas is still chasing after him. So, if Salinas runs up to the window, does he have eyes on Alfred?
Alfred, where'd you go?
He would have started running towards the grove.
Okay. Give me a perception check, Salinas.
How far could he have run in one turn? That's
Action dash.
It's mostly as to him being in between buildings.
No. Also 13.
I don't catch sight of him as you're feeling the rumbling and everything as the part of the building is collapsing behind you.
Shit. Goes around, looks. It. Looks back down at the stairs. Alfred Inc. Go find him, and just like then come back. And just watches the cat just runs out the door.
Okay. All right, so three of you are upstairs and next to the shambles of what's left of Kiesel, Salinas, and Percy's room.
Okay, sorry, could I ask one more thing? Could I...
Sure.
Why can I find Xedre's horn?
You want to climb back into the room that's half collapsed?
It was more of a do I see it, I guess. Because Salinas wouldn't know that he's broken it off yet.
Yeah. No, you wouldn't see it because you wouldn't be. You're not in the room. You're in the hallway.
I would be able to see it in the room.
No.
Okay, sounds good.
Xedre, Yofredir, down on the ground watching what Xedre has wrought with disrupting this erupting earth and permanently checking out of that room.
Xedre is extremely tired at this point, and he'll look up to you every day and be like, if you wanna kick the shit out of me again, you can go ahead and do it.
Do you want to leave this place, or do you want to stay?
What the fuck would I want to say here?
Okay.
He's been pretty decidedly. Okay, good. Do you know what the hell's going on? Who's responsible? What? You're obviously under some sort of fetch. Someone was talking about charms.
No. Xedre's gonna start rubbing his temple a little bit and realize that that's the bruise side of his face. He will slowly transition his hand to the other side.
I'm so sorry about your face.
No, it's fine. I'm purple, so it kind of blends in a little bit. Walk me through this, because you seem to have. It's the Dreamers thing all over again. I don't quite remember exactly what. Some effect.
I'm pretty confused about what's going on as well. For some whatever reason, there's this being named Izzy, and y'all were good friends apparently, and all of a sudden you guys all wanted to stay, make a big happy community, save people, and protect them, and that sounded like whack jobs, honestly, but...
Yeah, no, I remember that much. But then you started kicking me, and then I got hit into the wall, and I was kind of just thinking, I want to leave, please. And then I was hit again.
Okay, so Salinas had said charms could be ended, or you can possibly end a charm with hitting stuff and doing harm. He was pretty tapped on his magic, so he said hitting is free.
Okay, and all the other people, and he's gonna kind of point over towards all of the townspeople that were on approach.
I'm assuming they're all friends of Izzy. Do these people seem pissed at us, or like what's the vibe?
Just a fair number of them, like most of them have gone into the building, are now in the lodge. About 3 that you still spot that are like taken aback as this Xedre had cast this spell and kind of shook with what the heck is going on, and they're just kind of like looking around confused at this point.
Okay. Yofer's gonna yell out for Salinas and be like, "What is going on? Who's responsible?" See if anyone answers. I mean, I know we're not super
Do
far
I
away, but
hear?
there's a lot of shit.
We're not dead.
Yeah, you would hear.
Okay. Are the two of you alright?
I'm fine. Cedric's mostly fine.
Right, Alfred escaped. I sent my cat to search for him. But do I see Xedre's? I assume I've like walked over to a window. I'm looking out at them.
Actually, you could seeing down where you heard the voice come from. You'd be looking out the door that Kiesel just came through into
Oh.
what's left of the room, and down there are Xedre and Yoferdir standing just beyond the debris. I will also
see.
say that you notice there is a large amount of footsteps coming up the steps behind you.
What happened to your horn?
I really don't
You
want
can give
to.
me a perception check on whether you can see his horn or not. Okay, you're good.
So, what do we do now? And Zedri's gonna like walk towards Yoferdir. I can go ahead and like hide us if you want. I don't know how helpful that'll be. I don't know what Alfred is.
Salinas, do we know who or what is responsible for all this?
Is Yoferdir within 50 feet of me?
We see each other.
We should
Yeah,
probably
he'd
just
be
go
like
downstairs.
15 feet away, diagonally.
Okay. Okay, so yeah, I would respond telepathically to you, so I'm not shouting it. Most likely, the being known as Izzy is responsible. I kind of got that sense.
Yeah. Yoferdir will turn to Xedre, and like you see his face go from like confusion to like pissed. Probably the most pissed you've seen him. And he's gonna take a look at the grove, and he's just gonna start going. And he's in a rage on the way.
Zedri will kind of chase after Yoferdir. Well, I'm glad that anger wasn't really directed at me. And he'll do his best to go ahead and catch up with Yoferdir.
I guess
Percy's.
You 3 that are in the building, all standing up here at this door to the fallen in room next to it, you all are. There are people right coming up the stairs behind you. You're gonna either need to deal with the people or head out the window or jump through the debris. One of you has a little bit of advantage doing these types of things, but
you know, I'd rather just get on with the day. Do you want to jump out the window or try to make something work? Or...
I
Let me
mean-
see if I can. Let me see if I can talk them down.
Percy's gonna look at Kiesel as like, we can jump.
Yeah, we can jump.
Let's jump.
I'll be behind you.
So are we jumping through the debris or through the window?
Which one looks more like if I fucked it up, I could run down it? Would the debris have the most parkour ability, or am I better off running down the window?
I mean, you jump out the window. You'd have to go over there and look because it's 10 feet down the hallway, or 15 feet down the hallway. Going through the debris field, it's a good take 15 feet to clear it.
I'm just gonna go up to like the nearest window, take my knife out, take the rope that I have, kind of stake the rope through the wall and attempt to like belay down.
That's not gonna work.
Dude, shut up! I'm making it work. Come on.
All right, so you're gonna take the time to set up a rappelling rope to go down.
I'm not taking the time to set up. I am taking my knife, and then yanking it to see if it sticks. If it sticks, I'm just gonna like jump out the wall, Batman style.
Okay. Percy, window or debris field?
Window.
As much thought into Kiesel's big plan, or are you just
No, she's just
leaping?
gonna leap.
Okay?
If she's leaping, I'm just fuck it. I'm going after her.
Party lights windows today.
Give me acrobatics checks for the two of you.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as you put any weight on that, it would give way.
Dude,
Oh,
I'm cooking.
nice! Hell yeah!
I'm cooking. Shut up.
Each take 1 point of fall damage, and as you hit the ground, a little bit rough, but pretty to anybody watching, which nobody is. You make a nice roll as you minimize the damage and look up to. Well, let's see. You went window, so you're in the alley between two of the buildings. Nobody in sight.
Do we know which way the grove is?
Give me a survival check.
I'm good at those, but I'm not good at rolling them. Just like that.
Percy, you have a pretty good idea. You know where your friend lives. Or your former friend. Maybe
Former
she's still your
friend.
friend. It's kind of up in the air.
As
Never,
Percy's murderous.
never forget where your enemies live.
Yeah. Percy is gonna grab Kiesel's arm and start just dragging him towards the grove.
Salinas left all alone at the top of the stairs, looking down at 6 individuals lined up the stairs, all coming up towards you. What do you do?
What are they doing? What do they look like? Are they pissed? Are they concerned? Are they confused?
It's kind of a mix between everybody. There's some confusion as to what's going on, but in general, they all look fairly. Give me an insight check.
Gee. Hey. That.
They look confused.
Okay. Right, is anyone else hurt?
What's going on up here? There was a big boom. Where does everybody else go? What did you do in the room while you were taking a nap?
I took a nap, and then Xedre came to talk to us, and then we were attacked by this monster. We were trying to fight it off, and that's where the rest of my friends are going and chasing it.
Give me a deception check.
Gladly.
Is that really deception though?
Attack by a monster.
No!
The one time you needed to lie.
I know, and he's so good at it too. The rolls just took a tank.
Too many good ones up front.
So
Give me a con save.
oh,
Huh?
be concerned.
The one in front goes, it just like sticks out from underneath his cloak or his coat that he's wearing, just sticks out a staff and just a boom behind you as a thunderclap goes off, but you succeed on the save.
Oh, well, at least he would have gone out the window with the rest of us.
And don't take any damage as it just you guys all hear this big boom. Well, everybody except for Alfred. Alfred, you'd be more than 100 feet away at this point, but the rest of you are not that terribly far away. You hear a big boom coming from the tavern behind you.
I'll turn to Percy.
And-
Can't we catch a fucking break?
Salinas, roll
suppose
initiative,
not.
I guess. All right. We're gonna fight some commoners. Not all commoners, obviously.
Love the ghost dice.
No.
All right.
Jesus is gonna stand here and solo the backup forces so that you guys can go take care of Izzy.
Fly, you fools.
All right. Salinas, 17 is enough to be top of the order after this surprise attack goes off behind you. You still got a little bit of room that you are not engaged in melee with them quite yet, so you could run if you so choose.
I see that you have or not yourselves. I see that you have been attacked by the monster, and Salinas will pull a small charm out of his bag and throw it on the ground. And from this small gold charm rises a figure in armor with a whooping white flower for a head.
Okay.
Snowdrop, please try not to kill them.
All right. As you
Summon
let's see,
Fae.
that's your summon Fae.
Yep.
And you now have your Fae creature in between you and the crowd. Anything else?
So it takes its turn immediately after mine. Sorry, I only have the what the fuming.
Yeah, is it
does.
fuming, mirthful, or tricksy?
I wanna see if one of the other two might be more useful. I think it's going Trixie this time.
Okay.
Is there so how many squares of space does it have?
Like it's
Like did
in
I
the
was
like
there,
it's right in front of you, it is directly in melee with the front druid, the one that took out the
Okay,
staff.
so there was only one square
Correct.
space in between us.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. So, uh, I guess on my turn, I will. Um, I will. I will heal myself a little bit as a bonus action.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm going to have my Fey creature try and do non-lethal attacks to the best of its ability, but attack the
Okay.
I guess the two commoners in. Can only reach one of them, or can it reach two of them?
No, they're lined up that
Okay.
there's not enough
So
space
it'll
for
just
anybody to get past. So
it will just strike the first
okay.
two. I guess um the first strike.
That hits. I'm like spaceships firing off.
Yeah, I know.
All right, second attack.
And how's this druid looking after the first attack?
Minor injuries.
Okay.
What do me and Percy hear?
Ooh.
All
Yeah,
those
out of it.
noises.
Yeah, even the electric
Yeah.
guitar too.
Yeah.
Okay, so be the short sword attacks.
It did as much
Go,
damage
and the
as their
first one
attack
just
roll.
it does stabs in, piercing. The second one goes in and much as going to do non-lethal critical hit with a short sword. There's not a whole lot of non-lethal to do with that, as you just impale this thing impales the druid, and the druid just falls back lifeless. Everybody goes tumbling down the stairs with this body on top of them.
Is the druid like instantly dead, or does it have? Is he rolling death saves?
Give me a perception check.
Also, did he get to
Or a
does
medicine
he
check,
and,
I suppose.
Does he and all of the other people get to make wisdom saves?
You can't tell. He's unconscious, clearly, as he falls down. But, yeah, the road's not clear to go down the stairs, because there's just a mass of people that are now pushed together at the bottom of it. But, you and your spirit can either stay here and keep on going to town, or follow your friends out the window. Or through the debris field, since you have certain abilities to get through things like that. I just want you to
Okay.
mirthful leap. We haven't really done that, so.
I know this is true. Salinas would. I don't know if we're still in initiative or not.
It depends on what you're doing. So.
Salinas would like to maybe try to whack some sense into these people.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if you're going to continue the combat, then yeah, we're still in initiative.
That's my question is: did everyone who had to fall down the stairs and also got stabbed have to make wisdom saves?
The guy who got stabbed doesn't really have a reason to do wisdom saves, as he's unconscious at the moment. The rest of them, let's say the one at the bottom. Everybody seems to still be a little bit less confused and a little bit more angry now as they're attempting to right themselves and head back towards you.
Enough.
Wisdom save rolled a 3.
Ah.
And commoners don't have
Them
any
some
modifiers.
Xedre rolls.
Yep.
I'm gonna go from being heroes of Swornstein to
Kill
to
them
being
all.
run out.
Yeah.
I know. I mean, but like, if Salinas tries to run, we're just gonna follow the rest of us back to the grove, and then we're gonna be in trouble anyway.
That's what villagers with pitchforks do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that just means we need to kill Izzy quicker.
Mm-hmm.
All right. They each spend their turn getting back up and starting to head back up the stairs. As a commoner is now right up against the Fey Spirit and attempting to swing a club. 11. Misses. Not making any progress as they're all just kind of packed behind each other. That'll put us back to you at the top of the order. You still have your spirit in between.
Salinas is going to cast Spare the Dying on the druid in front of him. It puts down and like a sheen of white white.
Spare the Dying's touch
iridescent
spell. Just for clarification.
Okay, is the commoner standing on top of the
No. The people have all gotten up and left their fallen comrade at the bottom of the stairs.
Oh, the fallen comrade fell down to the bottom of the stairs.
He fell on top of them, dropping them all down to the bottom of the stairs. So they used half their movement to right themselves and move back up with this commoner in front who took a swing.
I see. That makes okay.
Yeah,
That's
so we're in a little tunnel fight here. They can't like all gang up on anybody because they're stuck on the other side of the stairwell from your spirit is blocking the top of the stairs.
Okay, so are they kind of all lined up on the stairs right now?
Yep.
So in that case, congratulations, you're gonna get to see Salinas use his mirthful leap, go over the banister and down onto the first floor.
Okay, you're gonna go past your spirit, past the commoner to try and jump over the side of the stairwell? Because it's not an open, like, the hallway you're in
gotcha.
is not open to the main floor. Just the stairwell is open.
Yes, that's what he'll do.
Okay. That commoner's
He'll
gonna
take
get
the
that
one-
opportunity attack.
He'll take the one opportunity attack.
It's so menacing. His +0 attacks.
Yeah, 20.
17! Oh man, max damage. 4. That commoner didn't know what to do with your spirit, but clocks you as you're going over the top. So, mirthful leap. We'll say I would have given you advantage to make the jump, but I'm gonna disadvantage as you're taking a club to the head on the way over. So just a straight roll on the acrobatics. It's not pretty. You skitter. Your hooves not as adept as feet to try and regain your balance. So you drop to the ground and slide across, but you're in the clear. Nobody's around you.
Okay. Linus is going to cast Spare the Dying on the druid.
Or you're gonna go back down to the bottom of the stairwell.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I was trying. What I was telling you I was doing.
Yeah, I
You
mean,
pass the
you're
commoner.
jumping over the side of a stairwell and then you're gonna run down to the side. Okay, yeah, that's fine.
And the Fey Spirit is going to Misty Step 30 feet down to the base of the stairs now.
Okay.
And I presume there's a commoner there, or if he has to go a little bit higher up on the stairs to attack whoever's at the back of the line now.
I mean, he'd be at the body of the one that you just spared the dying on, but as they turn around, they'll be right back against the Fey Spirit. If you want to put him on top of the spared dying,
Yeah, I mean,
he could be directly in
like,
combat with the commoner in the back. Yeah.
It's fine with me.
Okay.
And then he will. Okay. Okay, it doesn't say it has to stay within a certain range of me. So
It's kind of like your guardian of faith deal.
yeah, so I think for the sake of everyone else not having to sit here for another 30 minutes as my spirit whacks commoners, I'm just going to tell it to pull down the stairwell, try not to kill anyone else, but keep them from following. And Salinas is going to chase after his companions now.
Okay.
Hope that it will keep the other 5 here busy.
All right. As you leave behind, hearing the slashing and sword fight club on short sword that's going on in the background as you run out the door.
Want me to roll a couple more just to see as I'm leaving?
Nah, it's okay.
Okay.
Probability wise, I can figure out how many people are going down in this fight. So.
The Fae has 40 hit points and 16 armor, and it does, with each attack, it does 2d6 plus 7.
Okay. Yeah, it's gonna one-shot commoners as it works through them. Since they have, on average, 4 hit points.
Oof.
All right, so you run out, leaving behind this new scene of carnage as villagers are being toppled by a different brand of spirit that you can summon.
I told it to use non-lethal damage. Try its best at least.
All it heard was.
It understands
Damage.
what I say. It's part of the spell.
Damage.
Oh, then never mind.
All right, as you head out into the village proper, give me a survival check. And Yofrider, give me a survival check. Damn, nice survival checks. Quickly find your way and believe
Great.
Yofridir and Xedre, you arrive at the entrance to the grove.
Yeah, Yofer would be at a full sprint. He wouldn't
Heading
stop
in?
for any. Yeah, he wouldn't stop for anyone. He's
Okay.
As he's entering in, he's grabbing his axe out and
And he went full bore at 40 feet per round, or dashing.
yeah, he's dashing.
Okay.
He's on a warpath.
So,
Go ahead and.
Xedre, are you hasting?
Yeah.
All right. That'll allow you to keep pace or get ahead if you so choose.
I'll keep pace, and I'll just tell you for dear. Hey, are we just like going in there, like just the two of us? I'm a little bit tapped, if I'm being completely honest.
Yeah, Yofir doesn't answer. He's got,
raging.
like tunnel vision. This is probably the most pissed you've seen him.
Okay. Oh.
He's got veins popping out and everything. Like his normally green eyes have gone yellow. Yeah.
Xedre will whistle for his firebird. Then it'll kind of like apparate into existence a little ways away in the sky, and then kind of come down. So that's my second of the day, technically.
Alright. Wild shape.
That's why I don't click wild shape very often, because the
I
noise
love
is
it.
too much.
It's better than the space Star Wars sounds going on with the face spirit.
I know.
Okay. As the two of you head in, rushing in to the Atana Grove. The mist and steam coming off of the heated lake, looking out across this wide, 100-foot wide lake, trees dotting the scene in their carefully cultivated locations, and feeling that sudden impact of the increase in temperature and the moisture and humidity of the interior of this location, and Yofredir looking for blood and Xedre doing his best to keep pace as you look out across, up out of the water emerges this large bulbous head, and the one single eye that you saw before with the little smile underneath it, you quickly realize the little smile was just a nostril as a big gaping maw opens up 4 foot wide, tentacles flailing out towards you, and that's where we'll stop tonight.
Where's Alfred?
What's Percy and Kiesel doing?
Percy and Kiesel will be a decent ways behind. You'll be the next ones there.
What the dog doing?
Alfred, good question. We will conclude where
where's-
Alfred is. Alfred is inside in a carefully protected area at the back of the grove, with a couple druids tending to your injuries.
Where? I gotta ask. Where's Cybil?
Cybil's... Oh my god.
Coming and going as she went in the lodge.
God.
She steps out of that one empty room, just like, where'd everybody go?
Wild.
She wasn't in the room with the giant, like...
No,
hole in
y'all's
it.
room was the
No,
other
she wouldn't have
one.
been in the one that got destroyed, because that
Yeah.
wasn't
She's
her
napping
room.
in another room.
I didn't kill our dog. Calm down.
I aimed in the other direction.
All right.
So
We'll
I'll
figure
be
it out by
fully...
next session.
Being tended, I'll be fully healed next session, right?
How much injury you got? 14?
14.
Yeah, pretty good chance.
Woo!
I'll roll some heal rolls at the beginning of the session. Remind me to do that.
Okay.
All right. Well,
Didn't
that
get
will.
everyone. Alfred's still out there.
Oh,
This session was a fucking roller coaster of emotions.
was.
That wraps up the video on demand portion of our session for tonight. Thanks to everybody who came out. Had some fun activity in the chat. Thanks, Marshall and Kev, for some shout outs, and Marshall for adding a little bit of piety help to Xedre for his effort to Misty Step.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yes.
And We'll
Yes.
be back next week with the what happens next battle with Izzy, I suppose. And yeah, if you're not watching live, come watch live because we do some fun stuff after this, and you also get the opportunity to do as Marshall did, influence the game a little bit with adding inspiration or re-rolls to, yeah, help out the party or maybe not help out the party. It's really your call. So DM always likes help sometimes too, so show some love. Anyway, yeah, thanks for tuning in. Thanks to our players for a fun session. And until next week, that'll conclude our story.
All right. Goodbye, y'all.
Ah.
Bye.